Okay. I'm very excited. Yeah, I'm
You're excited to kill us all at the end of the session?
Just gonna give me stress.
We might not get to that. So we'll just do what we can and see where we're at for the time being. But I feel like just don't die and get good.
Thanks, champ.
Right.
Just pro tip: keep
Thanks.
your HP above 0.
Thanks, champ.
Oh my god, no way!
Use things every day.
So we have Jess for when the HP gets below 0.
Which Jess?
Oh, well, how do you expect me to differentiate? I'm just expecting you guys to guess.
I will just stare at you until you look at me and I'll know it's me.
What do you think the swashbuckler rogue is gonna do?
Something.
To heal people.
Something.
Really? Uh-huh. You have the worlds of expectations.
I think the world is our oyster, yeah.
Okay. Well.
I'd like to make a pickpocket
Jess, you
check.
got any
For damage?
No.
For steal damage?
Oh, you're gonna steal the
It's
damage?
got good
Yeah.
vibes.
That's all you
No.
need. You're gonna make it through. You're gonna be okay.
Good vibes.
Really good vibes.
Just good vibes.
You can pat him on the back, get him up.
Yeah.
All good.
Okay. We're all ready?
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to take some time. We're going to slowly introduce each character as we go in. We might be doing jumping around a little bit. But we are going to start with Cho. Just want you to go with me on this a little bit, okay?
Alright, I'm with you. I'm already with you.
Well, our story starts in the summer months, the 13th of Drywood. You feel different. It is unfamiliar, but it is not frightening or scary. It is as if you've put on a jacket that you've never worn that fits you in a way.
Okay.
You know that this is not who you are or where you are, but this is not frightening to you. You understand that in this moment that you are safe and secure. Looking and seeing yourself right now, you can see your stubby dwarven hands.
Okay.
And your dark black beard. As well as signifiers of the female variety, let's call it. As it is late at night, and there is a knock at your door. As you are in this humble abode, red beads on your wrist. And a brown sort of clothing over you.
Okay.
Humble.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you do?
Well, after initially looking myself over and finding that I have a beard, I have stubby fingers,
Yeah.
and I am a dwarf,
This doesn't feel wrong.
it's not wrong, but it is sort of like,
You're aware that it's not you.
yes. So after computing this, she will look to what is familiar, which is the beads and the robes, and then accept it, go to the door.
Go to the door, open it up. It is a cool summer night. There is a multitude of stars out. The moon is a crescent sliver shining down its gray moonlight. And on your front doorstep, there is a swaddled little carriage and a note on it.
All right. Two simultaneous actions. Firstly, reaching down to grab the note. Secondly, leaning down to look into the carriage.
You lean down to check the note. It's just folded over. You unfold it, and it says, "I'm sorry, but I cannot carry the shame and heartbreak of this child. His name is Dismas. Dismas. As you see this child, you see a small, pale boy.
Okay.
And while this is unusual, it does happen rarely amongst half-elves where one ear will be pointed and one will be rounded.
And that is the case on the child?
That is the case on the child.
Should I be writing this down?
You don't have to.
Note taking is sometimes just what D&D players do, because if we ever see a half-elf with one sharp ear and one rounded ear and it's pale, we're like, this is...
Okay.
But it's just for, like, personal benefit. I don't feel needed to.
Okay.
But looking now upon Little Dismas, does the carrier have, like, a handle for ease of movement?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got like a wicker handle.
She will refold the note and slip it into one of the, monk sleeves. And then take the child's carrier in one hand with the other one going to support it to make sure it doesn't, bring it inside, set it down by the fire, and begin to make arrangements to make something akin to it's called like a bassinet where like babies sleep. Yeah. And begin to do that.
Do you take the child out?
Once the bassinet is set, yes.
The child seems to be sleeping soundly. As you take the child out, you notice that there is something missing. The child doesn't have a right arm.
Okay.
And we cut forward.
All right.
As you feel time being pushed through you, 7 years goes by, and there's another knock at your door. You see that there are various accoutrements and child's playthings around. And you know that at this point, Dismas is your child. Or whoever this dwarven woman is.
Okay.
What do you do?
Is it daylight out?
Yeah, it's daylight out.
Okay.
You understand at this point it's around 2 o'clock. These are things that you know from this body who's living right now.
Okay. Prior to this moment of awareness, what was the body doing? Was it like cooking? Were we preparing something? Were we setting...
Praying.
Praying, okay. Then, upon hearing the knock at the door, I imagine that will bring the dwarf out of her prayers, and a quick look around to get her bearings. Is Dismas napping inside, praying along with her?
Dismas isn't here right now.
Okay. Then we'll head to the door and open it up.
You head to the door and open it up, and while, Cho, this is a figure unfamiliar to you, this is a figure that is familiar to whoever this dwarven woman is, recognizing immediately as this Dragonborn who's there, who's of copper skin, as the principal from the school.
Okay.
He says, I'm sorry, Lady Jeddah. There's been an incident. And then, pushing forward, brings you to the school. As you feel as if time has skipped ahead just a few moments into the principal's office, where there is a young Dismas who has a bloody nose in the principal's office. He is sitting down, and there was a number of other whispers and talkings as you came in, as the principal says, well, we have known for quite some time that Dismas had some troubles, and that he had some issues with children. We do not tolerate violence, and particularly the stabbing that he did. While we understand that it was slightly provoked, he looks down at Dismas, and Dismas is just like staring straight ahead. Like he's just like mean mugging it.
Like no selling.
He is 7 years old.
Okay.
And he has fully stabbed 2 other children.
Okay. All right. Lady Jenna will then look from the principal to Dismas. And Matt, has this been a problem before? Does this seem like a familiar kind of...
He's always had a bit rough. He's always been treated a bit differently. He's always had a bit chip on his one shoulder. Yeah. But this is the first of what ends up being many violent outbreaks as we jump forward further, as well as you take care and teach this child of the ways of Ilmater, of the ways of this god of self-sacrifice and pain, and of the humble ways of it. And he tries. You can tell that he really tried. One day you find a flyer tucked away under his bed that reads, "Join the Embraced." And you understand that it is the growing group of this military regime or rebellion or resistance or whatever they're fascinating themselves right now, of people proclaiming that Lady Dracula, first of the Embraced, join her and you will feel no pain. And that you will have a place and a home. And it seems like he kept that flyer.
Okay.
Do you confront him?
Is he home right now?
He's fetching water.
Okay. Then what Lady Jenna will do...
Playing from iPhone 2.
Yeah, chat?
Don't do that, Elixir.
Elixir! Then what Lady Jenna will do is she will simply take the flyer, bring it out to the kitchen table, set it down, and then go about what she was doing before, waiting for Dismas to get home.
Do you approve?
Yes and no.
You understand that in joining the Embrace, Dismas will die.
So, this is at least what Cho thinks. And
Your son will die. That is part of joining.
Ilmater heavily teaches that you can support and offer guidance and attempt to preserve as much as you can, but ultimately everyone's actions are their own. So, when Dismas gets home, there'll just be a frank conversation, exploring, like, what are you seeking from this? What is it that it provides that nothing else can? And if this is a way to get away from Ilmater, or the ways of Ilmater, you don't need to go to such extreme lengths. Your life is your own. You don't need to live as I have. And then go from there. But if Dismas is set, like, I must go to the Embrace, you do not understand, then, okay. Let's see if we can't make it as safe as possible for you. And then go.
I want to impress that Jeddah understands that joining, the act of joining, is being embraced, which is a nice way to put being murdered. Will you let your child be murdered?
The thing is that, like...
If they want to die, you gonna let them?
Based off of what Ilmater teaches? Yeah. If that is what they truly seek, and there is no other way to impress upon them anything, you support, you attempt to provide a different route, and if not, well, what does Lady Jenna want to do then? Because this is not Cho's place, but what does Lady Jenna's will want?
Roll me an insight check.
Okay.
You're trying to divine what Lady Jeddah wants right now.
Yeah, because this is her life. So insight. Alright. I'm going to be a plus 3. That is a 22.
The embraced are a sign of the end times.
Okay.
This is a sign. They are what people across several religions are crying as a sign of the apocalypse.
Okay.
This is essentially an army of undeath from the negative planes from the Shadowfell, from the first ever vampire that calls to people who are less fortunate.
Okay.
People who are missing something.
Okay.
And your son has always had some troubles, but he tries.
Okay.
Lady Jeddah is horrified.
Okay. But well, okay. Then, following Lady Jenna's will, I imagine there will be a very passionate conversation trying to deter Dismas from doing this. Do they live in like a town set or something, or are they just like out on the? Okay. Talk to Dismas, try to figure out, like, he is trying, he's doing a good job, and then you can go around and talk to people that he has helped or tried to help and figure out what he might want to do instead. Because based on what I'm hearing, Lady Jenna does not want him to go. But she's also, how old of a dwarf that spent her life just praying?
She's around 300.
She doesn't quite have the young spryness to contain a half-elf, healthy young boy. So she's just going to try to entreat upon him a different route. Very passionately.
Passions collide.
Okay.
That night. And the phrase, he barks back at you.
Okay.
As he leaves, is, I'm not going to feel your pain anymore.
Okay.
We cut forward again.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to the first night you met him. He is in your house. You are seated across on tables.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of the pale gray moonlight illuminating it, it is a deep crimson red from the light of the moon. He lifts up his helmet with his 2 arms, puts it down, and stares across at you.
Okay.
Mother, he is a full-grown man. You see his eyes are dead. His right arm is covered in glove and sleeve, but he does indeed have 2. On his right hip is a sword, and flanking him seem to be 2 undead lieutenants.
Mm-hmm. What does Lady Jenna feel?
Horror as Dismas, her son, takes off his glove, revealing a spectral hand, reaches across the table and says, I cede nothing. I take everything. I give nothing back. And you know when you work a long day and you're sweaty, and you ever worked in like plastic gloves, guys?
Yeah.
And you got the sweat under there?
Yeah.
You know the feeling of taking them off?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but you're the glove.
Oh.
As he reaches past and pulls out her shoulder bone without breaking the skin. It would have been so much better if you had agreed to this like my lieutenants, and fills it with necromantic ability. We then cut away from this dwarven body. You are back in your gnollish aasimar body, and you are kneeling. And similar to how you saw Lady Jetta's shoulder go slack, you feel your lower jaw just flaccid on your face as you see an adult Odysseus above you. You hear chanting all around you in a language that you do not understand. You see past you there are a number of civilians, but there are also an incredibly hairy, monstrous creature with a rib cage that seems to be sunken in. There is a strange yellowed red Dragonborn that seems to have a leg that has twisted the wrong way. There is a wood elven woman in a pirate garb who has a hand that is flapping down as he says, "My birth was met with mourning. Yours will not be." As he fills your lower jaw up with whatever power he has, and you feel it go rigid again, and then you understand this chanting as it's going through as "Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to..." Sylvia, you're on the boat. There is a gnoll that is convulsing in pain on your ship. And they're having an awful dream. What are you doing?
I'd probably kind of stare at them for a little bit longer. A little unsure.
Yeah, they're frothing a little bit.
I'd probably end up... I mean, what are they, like, are they just, like, on, like, a bench, or are they...
It is, before sunrise. You only have to sleep 4 hours. So, you are up, and they are in, like, a hammock, and they are just, like, kind of thrashing a bit. What do you do?
I would probably take kind of a dramatic route, and I would probably cut one of the sides off, and just have them kind of just fall on the ground, because they're obviously having a violent dream, and as much as I don't want them to suffer, I also don't want to get hurt in the process.
Gnolls are known cannibals, so absolutely. You cut down one of the sides, and if you guys would both like to describe yourself as you guys are now both awake and conscious, as above you, you see a wood elven woman, and below you, you see a gnoll with a halo. Go ahead, describe yourselves.
Okay. I wasn't prepared.
You weren't prepared to join the game?
I wasn't prepared to talk this much. I don't know why.
You haven't talked much yet.
What was that?
Do you not have a character in mind?
I do, so I kind of picture her, you know, average wood elf height, you know, average builds, very slender, kind of for the rogue type vibe, greenish skin, I would say probably gingerish hair, kind of rugged, she's got like a scar on her jaw, probably some like random, like, what's the word I want to use? Some like random like tattoos that are probably really faded from the sun, and...
Are they well done, or are they kind of ratty?
I'd say both.
Okay.
I'd say she's got a mix, because those drunken tattoos probably hit her good. But she's probably got some good ones too, you know, but she's probably got like the same thing tattooed on her like 4 times, because she just forgot. Whatever.
Yeah, why not?
Just vibing. And she's probably in all black. Kind of got the vibe going.
Okay.
And then, as previously mentioned, there's a gnoll, which, if that doesn't make any sense, imagine a bipedal hyena person.
That's what I thought, yeah.
But unlike a normal hyena person, which has, the kind of like spotted thing and like brown skin, her fur is almost snow white, with very few discolorations on it. And she does have a weird halo behind her head. Very faint. It doesn't shed like enough light that you could see anything around her in the dark, but it's enough that you could easily find her head anywhere because, it's being backlit. And she's currently laying on the ground, bewildered, with her eyes wide and her mouth slightly agape.
The final thought that came from your dream
Yes.
is save him.
Okay.
That's your task.
Save him. Okay. Mouth slightly agape, panting heavily. And I'm just noting down the goal before me.
Good luck, buddy.
Thanks. She is wearing, so even on the ground, even though she's laying down, so you're staring down at her. It's readily apparent she's a gnoll, 7 feet tall, built strong, which is made a little bit more imposing because she's in heavy armor, and clattered beneath her is a big shield, and on one of her hips is a mace. But what's a bit more striking than the armor and shield is the fact that woven around her arms are red prayer beads, in a sense, and they dangle slightly. And if you weren't, it wasn't clear daylight, you'd think it was blood. But as she gathers her wits about her, she's going to look at you, I suppose, because you're standing right nearby, and just kind of, blinks. Like the gif of the dude waking up, just, what happened? She'll verbalize eventually. Who are you?
Sylvia's just kind of watching her and kind of just get her bearings and just probably accept whatever fate she was going on in her little dream, whatever was going on, and she'd probably be like, "Good morning. You were kind of making a ruckus, so I woke you up."
I was. And she looks around at the cut hammock and she goes, "Oh, I am so sorry. Do you want me to repair that?"
No. I'll just straighten it back up.
Okay. And she'll ease herself up. She hunches slightly as if to make herself look smaller. Where are we?
Are we in the middle of the ocean?
You are. You know that you are about to enter New Pinion. New as in new, I spell new. And then Pinion as Pinion, which is the city that you were headed to. You're a little bit late. But wins happen. You do your best you can. Also, Cho, you of course recognize this wood elven woman from your dream. Are you right or left-handed, right. Sylvia? Right-handed? It was the right hand that was a bit weird.
I'm gonna give it a Russian accent now. I don't know. But
Alright, why not?
Alright.
I don't know. I can't do the gravelly voice.
Does Russia exist in this universe?
Oh, you tell me that deep
Russia! No!
Do you want to be from Russia? You can be from Russia.
I'm not from Russia.
Why not?
I'm just not.
Well, then there's no Russia.
What if I knew a Russian kid?
What if I knew a Russian? You live with frogs. What Russian child would you know?
They have frogs in Russia.
Do they? I think it's so cold.
Russia's big.
I'm gonna do
Wait, okay. So
We're getting off track.
we are getting way off track from our two characters meeting and us finally passing the Bechtel testing game. But finally. But no, There is no Russia in this world.
There are frogs in Russia.
And there are frogs in Russia.
In case you were needed.
Yay!
Possible.
I love frogs.
They're cool.
The universe is not a frog,
after
Jade. I don't know why you said
aside
that.
happy thoughts, she's going to refocus on the elf and go, is your arm okay?
Sylvia would probably hold up both of her arms and just like the kind of a moment, like
You're fine.
like
She's gonna like kind of make a gesture of like, can I go with the right arm for a second?
I think Sylvia would just be like kind of grilling her a little bit, like, why are you trying to touch me?
I am worried for your health. I thought I'm a healer by trade. The shield and flail to make sure I don't die in the process, but I thought I sensed something amiss. You might be laughing. What's wrong?
You're doing this so much that I want you to make like a deception check, because it's just so. Oh, now continue. My bad. My apologies. Go ahead.
I thought there was a wound. That might be a head wound though, on my part.
Sylvia would probably be kind of just watching and trying to kind of pick up on any like slight off mannerisms, because this is a very odd request in the middle of the night.
She's smiling as sorrowfully and gently as possible, but it's gnoll teeth, so it's like...
Yeah, and Sylvia's just like, what the?
Do you want to make like an insight check?
Can I?
Sure.
Should I make this an opposed roll with deception?
Not. We'll just make an insight check right now. We'll go ahead and roll insight. It's a d20. That's good. And plus the insight skill. It's gonna be
Plus
you got it.
I got a 9.
Now, generally for insight checks that are unopposed in my games, I kind of go like, hey, it's your character. What do you think a 9 gets them? And generally, like you understand how dice math work and stuff, 9's not much.
No.
It's not so bad that you think that
No.
you're going to get eaten.
You're not...
But
What you do know, she does mean well. She does actually seem concerned about your arm.
Alright.
She's still in a hole, so like, we're not sure what she's doing. That smells a bit creepy, but she does mean well. Like, she's not lying about the fact that she is a healer and she wants to help you.
Yeah. Alright. I think Sylvie would kind of take what she could out of, like, observing and very slowly probably, like, give you her right hand.
Okay. And equally as slowly, she will move one of her paws, under Sylvia's arm one way, and then the other one is just kind of like gently sweep, like, clothing or something the other way. And look at the arm. Do you want a medicine check here?
sure, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Isn't that one? That's an arm. You have an arm. It's a wonderful arm, in fact. So much flesh and skin and bone. You're doing great on growing it.
I don't know what to give you for that
Excuse
one.
me?
It's an arm. I'm staring. You know what? I think you have grout.
Sure.
Grout. Like the stuff that you put in between tiles.
You know what? Let's see.
What?
You
I
have an
didn't
arm.
expect you to
You
fail this
have an
hard.
arm. You have. I
Yeah.
can re-roll if you're kind to me.
No, I'm not kind to you.
This is honestly...
You have such an arm. Great job, Betsy. You grew it yourself, and it looks great.
I know what.
You know.
You see a tattoo, but it's kind of hard to see right here. So that's probably just like the black spot.
Gonna rub a hand wrong.
You don't want to touch that. You don't want to touch it.
You don't want. I don't want.
You don't want to touch the black spot.
Okay, just gonna look at it and go. Do you have you gotten ink on your arm recently?
I think so. Kind of woke up a few nights ago with just some pain in my arm.
Oh, you don't know where it came from?
No, we honestly kind of just went to the bar, and I kind of used my previous spoils, and then suddenly I woke up in the bar, and my arm hurt, so.
The bar, where many people are, yes. Is the bubonic plague currently going about?
The plague?
No.
The plague?
I'm trying to think of what she can mistake the black bump for.
Oh, wait.
How did you forget about a plague?
What?
My brother in Christ.
So, it's not going around here.
Okay. You're patient 0.
Triggered.
Yeah, no. Here is good.
Okay.
We haven't determined what country you're from, though, so...
I have no idea.
We'll talk about it.
I came from the ocean depths. I emerged from a
No.
lava spout.
No. So, at this point, as you guys are just kind of like awkwardly checking out each other's arms,
It's not like it's like a trained healer. She's like, oh, you're fucking like caressing it.
you know, just heavy
Moving
petting.
out of the way.
Just
She's
heavy
not, like,
petting.
Just heavy.
You're not a very good healer. You told her she had an
I think
arm.
this gnoll is autistic.
That's fine. Silly problem.
No, actually, she has an 18 in charisma. She's far from it. She's just dumb.
She's trying her best.
She is trying her best.
She just convinces
At this
people
point,
she's
the
a
first mate of the ship, tabaxi named Bembe, B-E-M-B-E, Bembe, comes down and goes, Sylvia, Gallia wants you up.
That was me. Oh my god.
You are indeed Sylvia. Yes, that is the name you
I
told
was writing down the name as you talked.
me.
That was me.
You should have your name written down somewhere. That's a good idea.
I was writing down the first mate's name.
Oh, okay, my bad. Bembe.
Sylvie probably like very slowly like takes her arm back and is just kind of just like got it. Like I'd be like, don't do that again. And I'd probably turn around very quickly and just start walking off.
Thank you for your time. Have a good day. And she just kind of like looks where she was sleeping is now gone. So I guess she'll just like settle into the corner and sit and do her morning prayers.
Sure. You do some morning prayers, and you cannot leave the thought of your head that that is indeed the elf from your dream.
This will come. Cho will remember this.
So remember this. Sylvia, you come up onto the top of the deck where Commodore Grenda Galley, who is the captain of the ship, but as she has 3 ships, she is the Commodore. As she is piloting her ship, the Motherlode, M-U-T-H-A-L-O-D-E.
I know how to spell it.
Motherlode. As she has this great, she's a dwarf, she has this long blonde beard, beautiful with plenty of gold, like wires and bands and rings and things. Her fingers are covered in rings as she wears all of her, well, not all of her, but a significant portion of wealth on her, as the sun has not yet risen, but the sky started to get purple and there are still stars out. As the moon, almost full, is sinking below the horizon behind you as you are headed east. Sylvia. Glad you're up.
Sylvie would probably kind of just give that very respectful nod. Like, this is probably somebody she has a general decent rapport with, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Galley pays pretty well, and also lets you continue your bounty hunting
Sure.
as your per your own. She's a pretty good taskmaster. She is like, we need to get work done. She is very like business minded, but she is not so business minded as some captains, where you go too far for business and you get mutinied. And she has 3 ships, so she is doing really rather well in terms of the pirates around here. She's doing very well. Do you say no?
Sylvia would probably try to do very generic, like very respectful nod. You know, probably put herself a little bit more together again because her arm was just caressed in a weird way, and she's just trying to make herself seem more put together. And I think she would be.
Alright. We're really hitting heroic very well, guys. I'm really glad that we're doing that.
There's always gotta be some goofiness.
Yeah,
She
that's
would,
okay.
You know, like, good evening, good morning, however.
Mhm.
You know, it's in that middle phase.
Yeah. Nearly sunrise. Sylvia, you've been a pleasure to have on the boat. Or my ship. Contract's gonna be up when you arrive. Although I'd like to keep you on longer.
What are you offering me to stay longer? I've got plenty of bounties that I could be doing once I hit land.
I was thinking a 25% increase in current wages, along with a possible change of direction. Truth be told, Sylvia, I meant to arrive here 3 days ago. But those tailwinds that we got out of Gwendam just weren't at my beck and call. So, I'm walking into a meeting with the other pirate captains. I'm doing it a bit blind. And I can't go get information. I send out the first mates. Everybody knows them. But you, respected. But not feared. Or at least, not feared by anybody that I'm asking you to get information from. I'd like if you stayed on. I don't have an official title for you, but you're a free agent, or at least most people think you are. I'd like to keep paying you. And you find some information. Out for a bit, then the next few journeys, stay with us. Of course, if things change, we could change the timetable from journeys to months or weeks. But I'd like to keep you on.
Sylvie would probably start to kind of do the mental math, kind of weigh it out. You know, she enjoys money in a respectful kind of, you know, she...
Continue the bounty hunt.
Yeah. She would probably... She would agree.
Mm-hmm.
But I need more information on who you want me to kind of follow around.
Or following if you can, but there's a few. There's a few of the captains that have been invited, me included. The divers. Now, if this is a movie, it would pop up in text, like next to it, DIE-VERS. Divers. Surprised they're here. I don't know what their angle is. If you could find out exactly what side they're on, or anything else, it'd be appreciated. The Ragged Batch. I have an idea what Petro's after, but I still would rather have a hook in the man than just trust him. Thurley and Hugh are here. bodes well. Yeah, trust their captain's judgment. The Amber Hydra. Don't trust them. I feel their inclusion is adding oil to this bonfire. That might spark something. And then the governor. I've never met the man. I want to know exactly what his angle is and why he's trying to make a country out here. If he's just trying to dodge taxes, understandable. But he's trying to make something. You can just do piracy and dodge things mostly. But if he wants respect from the world stage, maybe. If I had more time. But I don't. I can also repeat that. Those people that she wants you to get information on. Yeah. The divers, DIE-VERS. The ragged batch. Do you guys need like scratch paper? You guys are all writing on character sheet. Guys, there's going to be so much more like pronouns and like proper nouns.
I'm going to bring my notebook next week.
Yeah.
I can share this.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
I will say that if you don't write it down, that Jesse, Unga doesn't know crap. So he might just kind of go off vibes constantly.
You're right.
And Unga doesn't take notes. You know, why would you take notes?
Yeah, Unga doesn't know how to write.
No, absolutely not. Why would he going to take notes? Absolutely not. You, I imagine, take extensive notes. I'll get to you in a bit. Oh, yeah, dude.
Just remember shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be soon.
500-page notes.
Said the governor.
The governor. The governor, Natali. Netalli. Natali, Netalli. Are you doing anything more, or are you just prowling down there at this moment, Cho?
I am good to have her wait there, so that way other people can do introductions if you'd like. She can also mobilize as you need her.
I just wanted to know if you were coming up on top deck.
She'll probably. I imagine there are probably a lot of prayers she's memorized, so she'll be working away.
Okay. So, tasked with your new information gathering as you are coming into New Pinion, and with your new goals and a spoken word of a continued contract, but nothing written down yet, which you can change. Maybe if you find out that you want to leave, you haven't written anything down yet, and you know that Commodore Galley is a woman of business. But as you are watching the sun begin to rise, there is a slight green...
Playing from iPhone.
Babe, please don't.
No.
Thank you.
I love the vibes.
We're all vibing here.
So nice.
There is a small green flash in the sunrise. Go ahead and roll me your religion check.
I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you.
You got this.
16.
16.
17.
17. A small green flash at sunrise or sunset is commonly called Orlum's wink. Orlum being the god of the sun. It is a sign of good luck. And we cut over to the island, where coming out of a green sudden flash, interdimensional shifting and retessellation is rather difficult on the body. As you come in, need to make a Constitution saving throw.
No!
Don't need that.
You vomit. You vomit hard. You vomit.
Eve said that will get easier. They fucking lied.
It gets easier in theory, which is as it has been explained to you. You find yourself in a jungle setting, but you are more in a clearing as you look around, as there are these limestone maybe-esque ruins that you find yourselves in, intricate carvings on the walls of very Aztec in design, and you understand that you have been placed pretty accurately to where you need to go. This should be a quick in and out mission, confirming or denying. You know that your pickup will be up soon. If you remain at the spot, it should be not that bad. Within like a day or two. As you see these columns that have kind of broken and twisted, as there are vines and such going along it, as nature has been starting to reclaim this area from. Honestly, it's reclaiming it more than it's not. Yeah. It's mostly green. There's, you could probably break off some of the vines and stuff to see more, but it does seem just from the geometry of the architecture that it is leading towards a central point ahead.
Right. Okay, these calculations worked out, but this isn't. Okay, I'm not in a mountain. I'm not an active volcano. I'm not in the ocean. I'm actually here.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. Okay. Breathe. Breathe and breathe. Okay.
It's still kind of dark out. You don't have dark vision, do you?
No, I don't.
That sucks for you, dude.
Yeah, it really does. Fuck. If it's the right time and place, then I can't see shit. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, God, I gotta sit down. Okay, pickup should be here anytime soon.
You haven't confirmed anything yet. They're going to here for a day or two, so.
That's right. Best to find shelter. First thing you do. First thing in the handbook. Don't fucking die.
Well, I don't mean to dictate your character, but you do know that you are supposed to search the ruins for that object that we talked about.
Right. Yep.
Or any sign of the object or any remnants.
Yep. So, might wait for light, but who knows? And here, and just with the like snap of a finger illuminator, just the first order recipe. A cone of bright light shines from my forehead. Just basically have like a searchlight.
Okay. Yeah.
Or like a third eye, just opens up, and I just start.
Which is it? A third eye?
It's actually not the third eye, but it looks like it.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like Sparky's Bark and Google Ben from.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'm asking what does it look like?
Yeah, no, okay, so it actually appears as if I'll draw an eye on my forehead, and it just beams out into a nice cone of 30 feet.
Okay.
And the light can be colored as you like. Topaz. I don't have the eagle problem. Nothing at all. No. It's just topaz light, which is green. And I'm just searching around.
What color do you think topaz is?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know.
It is yellow.
I was like, ooh.
Topaz is yellow.
You're gonna learn this real fast.
Okay.
Yellow, green, red, and orange. No fucking clue about the difference, and it's funny to me.
Are you colorblind?
Yes,
Are you?
Exceedingly.
Oh!
This makes sense why I was asking you what color your thing was, and you were like, I don't give a crap. Like, okay, you don't understand. Got it. Cool.
There we go. No. So, my character's thinking is green. Actually, it's yellow.
This is going to make your life so much harder.
Right?
Wait, is your character colorblind?
Might as well be.
Alright, we're just fully self-inserting ourselves now. We're not even going to be subtle about it. Sure, your character is also colorblind.
Yeah, but yes.
That's so much harder for you.
Is colorblind into more colors than she is.
Yeah.
Jade's dragon has black and white vision.
Okay.
Infrared.
Predator vision.
Okay.
With that in mind, just take a look around the ruins. Essentially trying to make sure that I am in the right time.
You're in the right time. You know that you haven't been time dilated at this point. The convergence of the spheres is pretty good on that point. There's like a very tiny chance that you've time dilated. Even if you would, it would probably be just like moments, not anything substantial.
Gotcha.
Yeah. as you look around, picking through the ruins a bit, Unga. Unga, buddy, you want to come over here?
I'm just chewing.
Are you chewing?
I'm just chewing.
I'm sorry, do you happen to have any water?
No, I have no water in this apartment. Yeah, I have water, absolutely. Up there is a cup.
Unga is chewing on wild boar.
You are probably like what, up in a tree or something?
Let's say in a bush.
You're in a bush, sure. You're chewing on a wild boar. Is it cooked or are you just raw dogging it?
Unga likes it raw.
You're just raw dogging that wild boar.
Rare.
Unga doesn't know how to start fire.
Okay. Or maybe he just doesn't care to do at this point. It's fine. He has incredible constitution. So, as you are just kind of eating your breakfast as you go, you see there was a green flash, and then a rail thin figure with yellow. You are not colorblind, unless you want to tell me otherwise.
No, I'm not colorblind.
Okay. A yellow kind of dragonborn with like odd growth of yellow on them, who then had a light on their head, and they are starting to walk around the ruin. You've never seen this figure before.
Which direction are they walking?
They're walking further in.
Towards me?
No.
Like a 3-1-B.
So away from me.
Kind of laterally.
Okay, so they'll be like crossing my path.
You're in a bush and you're not going anywhere, and you're like outside the ruins, just kind of looking in.
Okay.
You're decently certain that this creature cannot see you at this point. You're far enough away and you don't have a light on your head.
Okay. I wait until they get close. Right now, I'm just observing.
Okay. Observe for a bit. Yeah. They might not end up being close, but you could investigate them further if you'd like.
I think I'd like to investigate them further.
Okay, go ahead. You going... You trying to not be seen doing this?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth.
Which one is stealth?
Well, it's going to be the D20, 20-sided die. And then it's going to be the stealth skill that will be right over there. That was a natural 1. So...
You fall out of the bush.
So...
That's just like a monkey with cymbals.
Here's what happened.
Yeah, okay.
Here's what happened.
Unga has a gong, by the way.
Banging the gong, the highest footsteps.
So here's what happens. There's a ruin in this sort of more valleyed area. And you are picking through it, and you're slowly starting to figure out what's going on here. And you arrive towards a more central area. There seems to be a tunnel going down. And as you are watching your surroundings, it's hard to see like far distance with that light on your head, and you kind of light blindness a little bit, but the sun is indeed coming up. Out of the ruins, up a kind of like hill, you hear a as there's a small dust cloud as something falls down the hill and goes, and now it's behind ruins again, and you can't see it, but it looked monstrous.
Oh! Does this temple have a protector?
Well, you are probably not invited to this temple, so anything you're gonna do, you gotta do fast.
Shoot, that's probably the temple's protector. Oh, God, I gotta get to the artifact fast, and keeps going down faster.
You go down the tunnel?
In the tunnel. Oh, the protector found me. Oh, gosh.
Okay, it's decently far off, like really far off.
But also, you see me, I'm a twig.
You are a twink. Okay. As you continue to go down further, you see the vines in the dirt and the lichen and the growth from the rocks suddenly change and shift to a hard, like surface that has nothing growing on top of it. There is a small fang-shaped emblem in the middle of them, but you can tell from the swirling this. Now you're colorblind, so you can't see colors. But this is definitely some sort of magical barrier and protection. Upon studying it a bit further, you do discover a few things.
Yeah.
This door is locked.
Does not open.
But there doesn't seem to be any keyhole and such. It is a combination piece from pieces inside of the door that you can kind of see through the somewhat translucent parts of the door. Now, this would be difficult for most people, but you are incredibly intelligent. And from an immediate grasp, while most people would think that it would be incredibly long, it's like a 22-digit long lock. But you understand that this is a combination, that it is a combination of buy and thry conditionals. If you put the pieces in paste, you can, in fact, unlock the door, and the puzzle is this. Go ahead and open it. And the outside time, the 7 minutes and 0 point. Oh, you want all the pieces in there. You don't want to drop anything. Yeah. That is my time that took me to solve this puzzle.
Oh.
You may not use the calculator.
I'm so fucked.
I asked you if you were good at math, and you said you were decent. So here you go. Here's your puzzle.
This is impressive, actually.
This I solved it in 7 minutes.
Gotcha. The guardian's gonna get me.
All of those pieces have to go work together
You look like you're holding a
in order to open this door.
Thank you.
And at this point, just for funsies, well, I've got this recorded, so I'll see how long this takes you, and then we can throw it up and see how long it took you to solve it. But we're going to go back to the motherlode with the two of you.
Sims reference.
The Sims reference?
It's a cheat. I thought you did that for. Yeah.
No!
That's so funny.
Commodore Galley's just into MILFs. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I
Like,
love that.
No!
So real of her.
50,000.
Alright, but as you arrive, the sun is now somewhat up in the sky for you. You guys are in slightly different times. We'll merge them in a bit. As the sun is rising, are you drinking water out of a whiskey glass? Okay, girly pop.
Yes, queen. Slay.
Okay.
I just grabbed a glass.
Autism vibes. Anywho. This is why we're autism vibes my phone. This is why.
I glass.
It is indeed a glass. You're arriving on New Pinion. The Commodore is calling out to secure the vessel and such for long-term more storage and coming to port. As the ship is aroused in a bustle with people in movement. What do you two do?
Sylvia is probably helping kind of just maybe direct a little bit. I feel like she kind of just watches most of the time, but she's probably directing a little bit, trying to get herself kind of put more together, strapping all of her weapons on. Like, she's prepared to go and try to find out what the information is. I feel like she's probably watching kind of the crew and just really assessing everybody again. Because, hello.
What are you trying to learn from this crew?
I assume that she's probably spent a lot of time with them, but I feel like, she's probably still got some weird vibes from some of them. I think she trusts occasionally.
Yeah.
Obviously she's got the good rapport with the captain. Probably the first mate, but I feel like with everybody else, she's very much on edge and kind of just unsure.
The crew is also a bit unsure about you because they understand that you're not captain or commodore, or commodore or captain or first mate. And while there are certain roles, there's the shipwright on the ship who helps fix it, and there was the core burner who gets the magical furnace running for defense against magical, and for offense against magical attacks.
Very good.
And there's the crow eye who keeps watch. The question of your role on the ship is a bit in flux. some ships do employ more brutes as well. Like, it's somewhat common for there to be, like, a minotaur on a ship. And it's like, oh, that guy's the muscle. Understood. You have a muscle-like role, but you're not lifting anything heavy like a minotaur is. So the crew respects you, but there is that bit of, like, what exactly do you do here?
What are we?
Yeah. You haven't defined the relationship with the crew.
We're in a situation.
It's fine, dude.
It is a situation.
But also there are some less piratey people on the ship as well. That one. Who, given the halo, is an aasimar, and you understand that's like a prophet of some kind. It doesn't have anything to do with bounties.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, like, there is money in being a prophet, but only after a certain point. Like, you have to, like, lead a lot to get money for it. So it's not exactly your alley. And there's no bounty on them right now. So, is there anything that Cho is doing?
So since she's a passenger on this vessel, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, like, if there's anyone hurt. Like, if there was, like, an accident, like Goofy fell from the rafters going, "Ahoy!" and needed some mending, she'd go over and attend to the unlucky sailor in question. Or if there was, like, anyone aboard that had, like, a chronic illness that needed some help, she would, but...
So, tell me, what about the intro to this campaign where you raised a child and then that child joined an undead legion?
Yeah.
It makes you think that Goofy from Goof Troop is on this boat.
Well, I wasn't saying it had to be Goofy. I'm just saying that if someone that, if another, dog person happened to fall from the rafters and break a leg, that, I could go help them. It didn't have to be Goofy. The point is, if anyone had an oopsie whoopsie fucky wucky, I can go fix them. And if there is no one that needs that, then still just be watching the ship, let the ship come to port.
Let's roll for oopsie whoopsie. No, it's fine.
Okay, then she's watching the ship come into port very peacefully, just kind of enjoying the feeling of the sea breeze.
You've been on the boat for a few weeks.
Yeah, happy to not be smelling sea breeze anymore soon.
No, you still smell it.
You're on the water.
You're on the waters.
I know, but like soon she won't have to just smell that. It'll be like other smells too.
Okay.
It'll be. We're gonna be on a. We're gonna be.
I do think you have a more sensitive nose. As a
Which is
gnoll.
probably why she's fucking sick of just smelling one thing.
I need to know, has Jess ever been to an oceanside town?
Yes.
Okay. So you understand that sea breeze is everywhere.
Okay, so I'm gonna put an asterisk. It was in New Jersey, so like there was the beach smelled great, and then you stepped a bit further back, and it was just trash.
That's Jersey. That's different.
That's Jersey. All right.
Okay.
That's not how be.
Cool.
Stay in your water.
You guys pull into port. The three ships. Let me get my ships right quick. The Motherlode, the Tipsy Ant, nice, you did it.
Thank you.
And the Grand Lass. Let me double check your work real quick. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, nicely done. Nicely done. I was concerned that I was going to have to stall for time and wait until you finish, but we're okay. We stalled with Goofy from Goof Troop.
Good master, man.
Thank you. The gangplank goes down. You guys are fully ready to disembark and enjoy New Pinion. What do you guys do?
Walk off the ship.
You walk off the ship?
Yeah.
Do you walk off the ship?
Sylvia probably says goodbye to the captain, does a little run through and it's just like, kind of that like silent conversation of like, I'm going to do what you need me to do.
Yeah.
I will be back kind of thing.
less words and more just like an understanding.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And she'd probably kind of do something similar, but I feel like she'd kind of slip more into like the crowd that is getting off versus just like being an individual. Like she very easily like hides.
Okay.
The group.
So you easily hide. I want to ask this because you are playing a pirate character.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a hat?
Ooh.
That is so good. I didn't think of that.
Be a Yankees cap.
It is not.
A baseball
Do you
cap?
think
A
America
baseball cap!
Can't have Russia. We can't have Russia. we
Yo,
can't have
what
the
do you
Yanks,
think of the
like,
Mets this time of year?
No! It's all about the Mets, baby.
How about the Mets?
Let's go to the Mets!
How about the Mets? I feel like she doesn't, but she probably has like kind of that bandana look, you know, like holds her hair down because the hat would kind of like I think draw more attention to her than she enjoys,
Okay.
especially when she's slipping through a crowd.
Okay. So you guys are both disembarking.
Yes.
Give me dex saves.
Oh, sea legs.
Yes, that one, and you roll twice to take the higher number.
Holy shit, I am pro. I got a 9.
We got 11.
Which one did you roll?
Oh, that's
That
one.
one. I thought you picked up the other one. It's across the table. That one.
Thank you. 16.
Remember to add your dex save.
Don't leave those bonuses on the table.
24.
Lord.
You step off the boat, transferring from sea legs to land legs, completely fine. You do see the gnoll kind of go, and just completely faceplant with it. Clearly not a sailor. Anyway, they're still there.
Graceful as a newborn babe.
As there are other ones going, yeah, newborn Dismas. As there are
R.I.P.
as there are people walking through and walking past. People are kind of stepping over the knoll a little bit and kind of getting out of the way. There is a large area that's just been taken up by knoll.
I'm only 7 feet tall. You know, there's only so much people got to worry about. Does this actually make it tougher to stand up because no one's letting me stand up? They're just like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking just.
They're not like walking on top of you.
No, but they're walking over me, so she's gonna be like, can I get a?
Can I get off
So you're
before or
not very
after her?
assertive.
Up to you.
I mean, it's less assertive and more that if I stand up too suddenly, everyone's gonna go flying, and there's gonna be some boo-boos.
Sylvia would probably
Okay.
kind of follow everybody out. I think like you'd probably be one of the first out, kind of like trying to go with the masses, I assume.
Yeah.
So she'd probably kind of be trying to follow them, and I feel like she'd probably stop everybody and like let you get up.
Okay.
She doesn't want to walk around you, so
That's A, fair. B, Charles will stand up, once again, hunch slightly to reduce the height difference and go, thank you. I didn't think anyone was going to let me stand up. I thought I was going to be there for a while.
well, you would have been a pretty big roadblock. So
This is true. Yes. Thank you. I don't even know your name.
Sylvie.
Sylvia, I am sure. It is good to know your name. Thank you for saving me twice in a couple of hours.
Keep it up. I'm gonna have to charge you.
This is fair. This is fair. Services for services rendered.
Are you heading into town?
Yes. Why am I here?
You're here to save Dismas.
I'm here. Yes, I am going into town. I am looking for a man.
Who are you looking for?
A pale half-elf with one sharpened ear and one rounded ear.
Would Sylvie know him?
Roll a history check.
D20 again. And then we're adding
History.
+1.
18.
18. You study the bounty boards pretty consistently because you both want to, based on what we talked about, you want to have like a decently paying bounty. Like you're not gonna like go over yonder for like 100.
No.
You're worth more than that.
Yeah.
But you also don't want to go after someone who's like, I'm putting a bounty on this gnomish pirate because gnomish pirate keeps blowing up Canadian like ships.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, frick you guys. You guys deserve to get blown up. So you do watch the message boards quite a bit. The half-elves are decently common for pirates, as half-elves are kind of born walking tragedies. Given how, an elf has a lifespan of 700 years approximately, and a half-elf has a lifespan of 160, which means that if you give birth to a half-elf, you will probably live to see your child die, which for some elves is a heartbreak that they never recover from. So, half-elves not being taken care of, very common if half-elves were created. But half-elves also have their own society that they find each other, and two half-elves can make another half-elf. But because of that and their status in the world, quite a few of them end up being pirates. Or at least on the ocean. The different ears, you've heard of things like that. You don't know anyone by the name of Dismas.
Got it. Would I recognize him, like, if I saw him on the bounty and, like, know about him, or no?
It's enough of a description that you're pretty certain that there is no bounties out for anyone currently named Dismas.
Got it.
Which makes things harder to find, because if it was, you'd be able to clock them. Mm-hmm.
So you're looking for a half-elf?
She gave the description of white half elf with one rounded ear and one pointed ear, and then did not elaborate further on it.
Perfect. That's what I thought. Do you know where you're starting?
In terms of
your search?
She gestures to the port town.
So you have no idea?
No.
Sylvia would probably kind of just, like, give you a little bit of a look and probably recommend putting out a bounty. It's the easiest way to track somebody.
This is true. I do know his mother's name. Would that help at all?
It could. I mean, I pretty much know a lot about the happenings here.
Have you ever heard of a dwarf named Lady Jenna?
No.
No.
I don't think they live in a portside town, but news travels through here, which is what I was hoping to find.
Just because I don't know doesn't mean that somebody might not know.
It's true, but I've not done a search like this before, so I don't... What, the tavern? Is there like a rumor mill? Or...
There are a lot of taverns. Like, you have to be more specific.
Yeah, Sylvia's probably like remembering every fist fight she's ever had in any of them, and she's like, you gotta narrow it down a little bit. Any identifying...
I don't know how to narrow this down. I've never been to this town before. Where does one go to find things out? Do you have recommendations?
Sylvia would probably kind of give like that, like, kind of sigh, like, I have to bring somebody around. But would probably just kind of nod her head and be like, let's go. I'll show you where to go.
Okay.
I feel like Sylvie's been to New Pinion a few times, and you have seen how each time you come back, it's been built up a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
There are still like the ruins of the old world that are kind of built into the city. Like you understand that the meeting of the captains later with the governor is going to be happening in the city hall, which was the old city hall that had been turned on its side. Nice burp. Turned on its side, and it's just kind of a building on its side now, but it works.
Yeah.
And it has incredibly old, like ancient glass in it that is beautiful, intricate, and cannot be made anymore. But there are new things here. There are new towns, there are new faces as you walk through this city, and there are people of every race, color, creed, and origin. Perhaps the notable exception of the Corrodium Empire. And some few collections. Those are minorities here, but it is a melting pot. Otherwise, you see there's not a lot of children here. It's until they make it a nation, this is a pirate city.
Yeah.
But it is not Mask, which is a much larger pirate city, more pirate. This is a bit more put together. They're trying to make something permanent here. Which group are you going to investigate first?
Probably the Ragged Batch.
The Ragged Batch? Okay. You understand the Ragged Batch to be a very respected, old group of pirates. Like, when you talk about Pietro, it is a matter of, like, respect. There is respect on his name.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, cool. How are you going to get information?
And I have, like, a passenger. So I would probably try to, like, drop you off to, like, the closest bar that I think you could get, like, knowledge from. And go separate ways.
Do you try and get enlist this priest to get information with you? Do you work together, or you solo act him?
I feel like Sylvia would kind of be apprehensive about trying to work with somebody because she just picked you up.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd be like, this is like a 7-foot, like, gnoll.
Yeah, with the glowing halo.
I can't sneak with this. Like,
No, but it's certainly a distraction. Nobody's looking at you.
No.
There are people, as you walk in the streets, you are a head taller than everything. And there are also, like, gnomes and halflings and stuff. And, like, there are smaller races. There are dwarves. There are humans. There are half-orcs. There are orcs.
I need to watch where I step. I might actually crush a gnome.
You see a few
Or not a
bugbears.
gnome.
Bugbears that are about your size. You do see walking through, there is just a hill giant, just 15 foot tall. And everyone's just kind of like, yeah, it's fine. Nobody's like looking at them strange. People are looking at you a bit strangely. And you've been getting these stares your entire life, though. You're getting stares from your halo.
She lowers herself slightly more, trying
It does not matter.
It does not matter. But she does do that and just, like... Her gaze is actually downturned because she's trying not to step on anyone.
Oh, okay, that's why you're turning down.
That and also trying to look a little smaller so as to not draw too much attention. But she will draw attention because of the giant fucking neon sign.
Out of curiosity, why are you trying to avoid drawing attention?
Because it seems rude.
Interesting. We might talk about that later.
Okay.
So, you're going after the Ragged Batch, trying to figure out information about them. Going into various... How are you figuring that out?
well, I assume each group has their own hub. And, like, their own tavern that they would probably, like, hang out more, you know? So I probably would go directly to their tavern.
As all, like, flipping the gold hairs, the pirate crew that you came from, well, they do have, like, general taverns they do frequent. There's not like, we're all here together, guys.
Yeah.
They do space out quite a bit. The Ragged Batch are older pirates. They've been at this for quite a while. They've got, like, a really solid group, and they do have a tavern.
Okay.
You're walking into this tavern. It is called the Drunken Lotus. As you walk into this tavern, are you bringing
Might as well.
Okay, you bring in Cannibal Jesus.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna keep making up funny names.
I like Cannibal Jesus. That's the top
Cannibal
thing.
Jesus.
Cannibal Jesus.
You do not eat of my flesh, I eat of yours.
I drink of your blood and your wine.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure that won't come back to bite you at
What
all.
you fucking don't you do it?
I like doing things.
This is your body.
This is true. This is true.
For now.
Don't give it up for me.
What? What? You walk in. There's a few of the pirates going around. There is Pietro, who the captain. He seems to be up and he seems to be laughing with his crew. His hat is off, and you can see from his ear it is clipped. It seems to be clipped a while ago. You understand that this is the sign of a slave or an ex-slave. He is an older human man, like late 50s. You going to talk to his crew? You're going to talk to him? What are you doing?
Now that I've entered, I already know that we're probably being like stared at because,
A little bit.
you know, I have Cannibal Jesus with me, and you know, that's probably like an odd pair to come through.
Yeah, they're not staring at you as much as they're staring at her.
Yeah. I feel as if I would probably direct you towards their bounty board.
Okay.
And
She walks along to the whiteboard.
because she knows that now the eyes are probably going to be on you for a little bit longer and she can kind of slip through until she can get to Pietro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
You go up to the bounty board.
scoop down to read it. I think it's a little lower.
It's decently wide.
Oh, okay.
So there's a bunch of different things to read. A lot of these bounties seem very old.
Okay.
This bar is not bristling with people, but it is decently full of men that seem and women that are laughing hard together, enjoying themselves. Some of them are talking. There are a lot more older pirates here. A lot of them have clipped ears. Like the vast majority of them have clipped ears. As you see, and you do see, there are some bounties, and you can link that bounty to that guy, and that bounty to that girl, and that bounty to that person. And these are just a bit of their bounties. And you see, like, from the way that it's presented, it's not as much as we are wanted as much as who has the high score.
I love that.
It's like a gold star board.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And there is Pietro up there. And Pietro has a solid 100,000
6
on him.
figures, baby.
Not bad. Not bad.
So it's One Piece.
I understood my players and understood that if I had a bounty board that kept track of gold, you would want to get onto the board and get a bounty up there. I understand my players.
Yonko
You are
Unga.
correct.
King of these.
Unga, 50 gold. No!
I need to freeze it immediately!
That's 2 health potions. No, I'm worth more than that.
I'm
can't
worth
do
at
this
least
to
2
me.
greater ones, at least!
But yeah,
Masterful edition.
there doesn't seem, most of the bounties that you're seeing here are linked up to these men. And they're also bounties that, like, for the same man multiple times as they've kind of increased. This is not as much of a bounty board as I'm like, we're active in these bounties. It's more of a
We're awesome. Look how cool we are.
callback. But these are old.
It's like a
You don't see many fresh bounties put out from these people. There's no fresh pieces of paper.
Okay.
It's a better bar.
Yeah, a bit. What are you doing, Sylvia?
Was Pietro the one that Captain wasn't worried about? Or was it just the governor that she was worried about?
She's worried about the divers, Dievers. Worried about the Amber Hydra, And yeah, that's who she's worried about right now.
Okay.
Sorry. As far as you're aware, her and the Ragged Batch, they're a respectful relationship. But what exactly Pietro's plans are, you don't know. And I will let you know that every group here has some sort of secret.
Okay.
Your eye just rolled back in your head.
Stealth time. Oops, sorry.
How many checks can we make in one room?
Everybody's got a secret. You probably have a secret.
Probably.
Maybe.
What are you doing?
So Sylvia probably respects Pietro on just like a professional level. So I think like she kind of goes in a little less hot with him in a way of like she probably kind of like muddles in with the rest of the bar so she can kind of listen to what they're laughing about. Because she can recognize that Pietro's there. She can recognize his first mate. Like she knows them. She like has them memorized. Like so she's probably kind of just blending in more so with the bar and just listening. Like probably orders around. Probably orders you a drink. Like, she's generous when it comes to drinks. Like, she'll buy everybody around as she listens. Like, she's gotta get them drunker because she knows they'll talk more.
Okay. Keeping an eye and ear out, though, for what you're hearing. Excellent. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. It's going to be the D20 again. I believe you're good at the perception.
I have perception circled, so I count it twice, right?
Yes.
So,
The proficiency bonus should be added into the plus already.
So you should probably have a 6.
okay.
Right, you count proficiency twice when it's circled? Yeah, okay, so you probably have 6.
What's your wisdom bonus? What's your wisdom score?
Wisdom is
+0.
+0.
Okay, so you should have +4
Yep.
perception.
Yes.
Cool.
So 9.
9. It is loud here, and you are picking up certain things. Like you're picking up from people around you. Pietro's a bit further, and he does seem to be in hushed conversations. But he also is keeping a hand, so that not exactly, you can't like read his lips.
Dirty rat!
He's keeping things a bit closer to his chest. You're not able to just tell from right now. You are hearing things like, "Is that a prophet? What's a prophet doing there? Should we go get our fortunes read? That's not what prophets do. What do prophets do? They tell of the future. That's exactly what I want to happen. No, you don't understand. Just like they're like arguing about what to do exactly about Cannibal Jesus.
Maybe we should ask her. Yeah.
Maybe we should ask her what flesh tastes like. I'm sure she can tell us that. I don't know.
Sylvie is
That would be
realizing.
really racist.
Can you tell me pirates wouldn't be racist to gnolls?
Some pirates would.
That's true.
Would these pirates? The middle.
That's true. That's true.
Sylvie would probably realize that, like, she's not in a good spot. Like, I'm sure the tavern music's kind of loud.
Yeah.
You know, she can just hear drunken laughs, she can hear the whispers, and she just, like...
They've got one of those octagonal, like, accordion
that's
things.
What I pictured.
And
I'm literally picturing the bar from Tangled.
yeah.
Yeah.
A bit, yeah.
Like, that's how I'm picturing it.
Sure.
Feel tavern music right now.
You're not getting much here. You don't know if you are going to get much. But the Ragged Batch are generally okay.
Okay.
So you can go somewhere else if you'd like.
I think I'd get closer.
Get closer?
Sure.
Are you doing it? Are you just kind of brazenly doing it? You do have a reputation, and there are some people like that, like they raise their glasses to you a little bit, like as like hello, and they go back to their conversations.
Sylvie would probably order them around and have like the barmaid like send it over to their table, kind of like silent acknowledgement, but also like kind of just seeing what their reaction is to her, because obviously, like, they have that mutual respect, but things are a little unclear right now, despite the fact that they were respected, right? She's obviously gathering information, so she probably does kind of like that drink nod to them, so they at least are aware that she was, like, in the bar.
Okay. You send the rounds over, and you see the captain, Pietro, is sitting and talk, and then one of his members, he's like a half orc, big muscles, and like a broken heart on his like tattoo on his arm. Yeah, just like
got it.
yeah, with like the thin like beard going on right here. Yeah, a little bit. Just got him. He turns over and sees you. Appreciate it.
Yep.
And continues back to his conversation, seemingly planning something.
So now Sylvia would probably kind of take her leave from this bar. She realizes she's really not getting anything, and she would probably grab you by your arm and start dragging you out. Because now you're her distraction point.
You've got like a thing of grog with you, and you're like, okay.
Like,
She's gonna like just pass the grog off to someone she walks past.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
like
It's halfling taste.
now you were like along for the ride. Now she's like, okay, like this is enough of a distraction that like I could probably get closer next time.
Oh yeah.
So you're traveling with her.
Where are we going now?
We're just gonna keep trying to get you that information you need. You obviously need information. I obviously need information.
Alright.
And you obviously don't know the place that well.
I don't.
Yeah. So it's either me or somebody else who's gonna swindle you out of money.
Oh, I'm happy to travel with her. I just want to know mentally prepared for what we're going
Valid. We are going to kind of a iffier area. We are going to go to the Amber Hydra base.
The Amber Hydra. Okay.
I don't remember what gesture they did for it, but...
So, you guys head to the Amber Hydras, where they often are. This is an upper scale. This is newer. This is wealthy. There is a man at the door who's checking names to get in. It's called the Oarfish. The Oarfish. And there is a long skeletal, like 17-foot long skeleton of this oarfish on the outside. It is cool looking. And we're going to cut to you. No, we'll stay here. You're going in?
I'd probably kind of hang back and see what he's exactly checking. He's obviously checking names, but is he checking anything else out on these people? Like, is he taking weapons? What is my vibes going into this building?
There is a rack for weapons to be checked in.
Okay.
Are you just going in?
Does the man at the door let me in?
Well, you come up to the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Goes, yes. What is your name?
Sure.
Do you have a reservation?
You make reservations for this?
Of course.
Yes.
Make a deception check.
I'm 6 in this.
Thank you, a lot funnier if you didn't.
17.
You're good at deception?
Yes, sir.
Why? Based on what you're telling your character, why are you a liar?
So,
I'm a liar.
I said what I said.
I see it as thus. I see it as like,
Should we know this now, or should you hold off?
do you want me to hold off, or do you want me to tell you now?
Hold off. But I'm very interested in the fact that you are a liar.
She's good at twisting words.
I think I'd let you figure this out later. Or
Yeah.
our character.
I will tell you later.
Okay, interesting.
But you got 17.
And he goes, Cho. I do not have you on my list.
It must be a mistake, because I am here with important business, as well as an important business partner that must also come in.
Are you nearby enough to be identified as an important business partner?
Probably.
Yeah. Perhaps, who are you meeting with?
Sylvia would probably kind of watch, and she'd be like, "What do you mean? You don't recognize me?"
Of course, I am aware of your reputation, bounty hunter Sylvia. However, I cannot just, we have tables and rules. Who exactly are you meeting with? Perhaps they forgot to pass on the message that you and Miss Cho were to have a meeting with them. I said the name of, the crew, the Amber Hydra.
Yeah.
I did not say the name of the captain.
No other information?
No.
Where's my deception?
Probably pretty good. 4.
4 and then I'm filled in.
How are you not a liar? Oh, it is filled in. Okay. You
Also
are indeed a
scale
liar.
with charisma. Keep that in
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
You guys are just. Oh, you're not?
It's like the paladin is fine. I have plus 12 to thieves tools. And the rogue's like, I have plus 8. What the hell? Well, why?
Sometimes, the Holy Grail can be in many places. I need to get in all of them and get it.
Just Indiana Jonesing it.
Your lockpick is your sword.
Okay, so what do you do?
So Sylvie is probably realizing that, she's got an idea. And now we've already kind of stepped up to the plate, and she can't kind of assess. What does the bodyguard look like?
Him?
Mm-hmm.
He's not he's more of a, fancy man dressed.
Okay. Does he have glasses?
Yes. He has spectacles that sit on his nose. There's no pierce arms that go over the ears, but just kind of sitting on his perch on his nose.
Sylvie would use the glasses as a mirror and look at the list.
Perception check.
Beautiful.
Yes.
As Cho sees you kind of cooking something up, she's gonna pat you on the back you remember, don't you? And she's gonna give you guidance, which is 1d4.
So.
Woo! Okay,
Nice.
so you have a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Plus
Would I use deception?
No, it's perception.
perception.
That's a 4. So that is a 13.
13. As he is studying his list, you see reflected off of it backwards in Elvish, which is, of course, the language you speak. There is... Very clever of you.
Way to
Very clever of you.
Also very good.
Captain Sophia, and then it has dash the Amber Hydra, and then in quotation marks next to that, it is the Charmer, which is Captain Sophia's moniker.
Okay. Sylvie kind of does that little charming smile, and she's like, "I'm meeting with Sophie."
Oh, but of course, forgive me. And he lets you in. Check in your weapons at the table, please.
Of course.
You guys check in your weapons?
Yeah, she hands over the flag without much issue
Okay.
in any fashion.
The shield as well, if you wouldn't mind.
How can I hurt anyone with a shield?
I had an uncle who was decapitated with the shield.
She looks incredibly concerned about that story and hands over the shield.
Thank you. But he just kind of puts it over, and it's like... I imagine that you're like, yeah, probably.
My condolences.
He fought against the collections. He fought honorably and nobly and didn't leave behind any children, which was unfortunate for me, but anyways. Weapons, please.
I hand over my bow and my sword. Only.
Okay. I want you to make some sort of check so that he won't pat you down and see if he can get anything more from you. Now, you can either do sleight of hand or persuasion here, unless you want to try something else and get real riled up.
Oh, you have a good sleight of hand.
I'll just let a hand.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
You still have guidance on you, too.
You gotta cast it again.
It lasts for a minute. Has it been a minute?
Until the next check.
Oh, okay.
Each check.
13.
13. Luckily, the clerk, as we've already confirmed, does not have the greatest eyesight, and you manage to sneak your daggers in, if leaving your longbow and short sword at the table, which isn't the worst for you. You've done more with less.
Yeah.
As you manage to get in, he goes, "They're right up there," leading you upstairs, up this very nice restaurant. They're all like dressed up, and they carry the food like this, just kind of like ridiculous with like the silver platters and stuff.
Penguin men.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right this way. You enter through the doors. Enter through the doors, you see a series of pirates, mostly female, and sitting at the head, there is Medusa that looks you in the eyes. We're gonna come back to you guys in a
We
bit.
turn to stone and die.
Live, laugh, love.
We'll leave you guys there for a second. We're gonna come back over to here. Unga, how are you doing?
How you doing, bud?
Oh, I'm good. I've been through way worse.
What have you been through?
I don't want to know. Mostly gravity.
I can kind of tell.
He's got like a busted up nose. He's got like cauliflower ears.
Oh yeah, both of them.
Actually, have you guys even done character descriptions yet?
No, if we could get, we'll come back to N in a bit with their unknown colors, but we're gonna do Unga. Unga, what do you look like?
Unga is a. Can half orcs be 6'5"?
Sure.
Yeah, I gotta do something to compensate for me being 5'6". Yeah.
Swap the numbers?
See, I'm 6'4". That's
He's taller
slightly
than you.
slightly taller than me, sure, buddy.
So, Unga, Charles Unga Wimbledon the third, but he just goes by
He's
Unga.
a third?
Yeah.
His name is Charles?
Unga.
It's Unga, but his birth name is Charles.
Unless any of you guys find out from Unga that his name is Charles Wimbledon III, I'm going to say none of you guys know
Do not
that.
tell Sylvia you will only be called Charles.
Wimble!
Out of spite. Like,
Sir Wimble!
Okay.
So I go by Unga. Unga is a 6'5" half orc.
Mhm.
Unga has a beard that he has never shaven. It's down to his belly button,
Oh, nice.
and his hair also never cut it. Not since he left his village, which was 9 years ago.
Mhm.
That's all the way down to his middle back.
Mhm.
He carries around a gong on his back
Mhm.
and a hammer named Kumquat. Sometimes he speaks to Kumquat. Kumquat does not speak back. Sometimes, if he's really feeling it, he will hit the gong with Kumquat.
Mhm.
Kumquat is his only relic from his hometown left.
Okay.
Because he comes from a long line of blacksmiths.
What do you look like? This is
Okay.
information they would not get by being like, you come from a lot of blacksmiths.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes. Unga is dirty. Unga doesn't know how to shower. He doesn't know how to shower.
Okay.
He wears only a loincloth.
Just double cheeked up out here.
Yeah,
So,
man.
let me... Okay. Is it... Okay.
Is that good? Are there
Yeah.
more details you think
No,
that
I think that is a perfect idea of this Sasquatch-looking cryptid half-orc. They're like, you don't look at you like, that's a half-orc. That's a creature. You are a creature.
That's an enemy.
I think there's a guardian of this place.
I love the fact that you have a
That's a thing.
loincloth like this, and then your hair is also a fucking loincloth for your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Guardian ape.
Okay.
Literally.
Oh, not Sekiro.
I know.
Okay. And, N,
Yes.
what do you look like?
So, and as you can see, he's a very lanky and thin figure. In all honesty, when you think of Dragonborn, you would usually think beefy, scaled up, like living armor. No. This is Have you ever seen what a monitor lizard looks like?
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like that on bipedal.
Geico looking just...
Yeah, no, you're right.
Can you also run on water with enough motivation?
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. But yeah, no. Think of it as a living gecko with like a few harder scales around the elbows, the knuckles, around the segmentations of your fingers, and around the crest of the head. There are some horn-like protrusions, all of it colored topaz. This dumb MP doesn't know what topaz is.
You're very intelligent.
I'm very intelligent, but doesn't know what it looks like.
This is what topaz looks like, by the way.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
You've had it before you all.
You know what topaz looks like.
Orange?
Yellow, babe, yellow. But close.
I don't feel like making fun of you for not knowing colors is fair. I feel like that's not fair.
I'm giving full permission, because that's part of the fun for me.
Hang on, real
That's part
quick.
of the fun.
Are these
Okay.
the same colors to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
they're not.
They're not, but alright.
Let me know, in case you're wondering.
They're not.
Is
Is that clock one color for you?
Kind of, actually. They're like
Okay,
different
Jade,
levels of light.
question. What about this marker?
This is the fun part. This is the fun.
Yeah.
That just looks darker.
Okay, that's a red and an orange marker.
So luminosity is no
red,
issue.
orange,
Hue.
yellow.
Okay.
Okay,
Alright, so you're turbo colorblind.
okay.
Does it affect therapy?
So,
No.
it affects my descriptions.
Okay.
Because now that I've described, I don't think it's more verbose and scientific, but has no color. Like, frick me.
You can use feelings for it.
Let's do this.
Okay.
So very much, she has a very warm hue about her. Her scales look like, let's say, dawn light sun.
Okay.
Yes, dawn light
Cool.
sun, as if it were crystallized and put on someone's body.
I can. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You have managed to. What is Unga doing?
Unga is getting back up, and Unga sees that this person is not necessarily a threat to him as he originally expected.
You can.
They are an oddity, though.
What's that?
They are an oddity.
They are certainly an oddity.
You can glow stick me.
But the most interesting thing about them, where is she going? She's going down to that ruin. I've been there before. This is my neck of the woods.
Mhm.
But I can never get past that door.
Mhm.
Because Uncle can't read.
It's basically a wall. It's a wall to you.
Yeah, it's a wall. It's got some weird looking symbols on it.
It's pretty cool.
But
It's red.
it is red.
Yeah.
It's a pretty,
Okay.
It's a pretty wall.
So
Kind of
I
smells
go
like
down.
blood.
I want to see what this monitor lizard is doing with this wall.
Okay, cool. So, and while you are putting these pieces in place and putting in the structure, Unga, you come up and you stand at like the top of like this tunnel down.
And I have dark vision.
Yes, you can see what's going on down here. You managed to get the pieces in. All it needs is a drop of blood. It's the fangs.
Okay. Just gotta make sure. And they need a what?
Yep.
Eve. Okay, fine.
Blood of Dragonborn. It's all I need.
Gotcha. I don't want to go by the wrong blood. Blood of Dragonborn.
There are fangs.
Oh, thanks. Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
they're sharp.
Oh, gotcha.
Do you not have a dagger?
Don't need one right now. Just takes a bit of the softer underside of the arm.
Yeah.
And just come on, please be worth it.
Cut across. As soon as one drop touches it, the entire door turns to like liquid and swirls away down to it. There is a large cavern in front of you as there are lights going down. This is a hangar size. It is a torch lights in there as you see a pile of what seems to be odd shapes for you, and you don't have the angle for it, but you see from the torchlight starting to rise a skeletal figure and another and 10 more,
Oh,
and 50 more, and a spectral hue comes over from it as it seems to be, and there's another layer down there. You see there's further down there, and this does seem to be closer to that sort of sigil that you were here for, but you see that you have awoken an army of undead down here as they come up there. What do?
Alright, this is probably my fault.
You know there's a nearby city that you might actually have destroyed doing this.
I just gotta check the records. Is that city supposed to be destroyed around this time, and have I just done a canon event?
No.
Nah, okay, so I fucked up big.
It's not like it is not determined this city will die or not. It is still up to the fluxes of fate.
Right, okay, good.
I mean, the city died about 1,400 years ago. Actually, based upon the armor of these people, it seems to have been, these was the Undead Legion from back before the Sundering, which is fun. Where all of this was, used to be a continent, and somebody lifted into the sky and broke it.
Yeah.
Which is why there's a whole bunch of ruins now. But yeah, there was like an Undead Legion from like Dracula or whatever. And now you found part of it, and now it's alive again. It used to be all gone. You brought it back.
For a moment, like, the fear doesn't settle in immediately. It takes one turn for the fear effect to come in. The first turn, though, is that magic creating bronze? Oh, that's been lost for ages! Oh, that's so cool! Oh.
No, this is an army from the Shadowfell.
Oh boy!
You just woke up.
That's,
Medusa and an army.
So for context, the Shadowfell is
Yeah.
another dimension.
That's what I thought.
Basically turbo evil.
so...
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
If you have the world, and the Feywild is the world plus plus, the Shadowfell is the world minus minus. Everything sucks.
Yeah.
Everything's awful. There are creatures that are just called depression.
Yeah!
It's a physical thing that you can fight. It has teeth. So what do you do as you awaken this army of undead with your blood? Where you going? What you doing, Godpath?
What? Just they take me a look at my options.
I love that.
Yes, your spells will solve this.
The in-king looking through a spell list. Like,
I bungled this.
I bungled those.
So, but ahead of me is the artifact. That is the artifact. That is a symbol of the artifact.
There is a symbol that will probably lead to the artifact. It is maybe, let's say, 300 yards through the first layer of this army of undead.
Right. First layer. Right.
They're starting to rise. They're getting up now. And one of them gets up and looks up towards you and points. And you hear it yell out in a language you do not understand as the other ones start getting up and pointing as well, as all of these undead figures are now starting towards you. What you doing?
So how many feet?
How many feet away is it?
How many feet away is the symbol?
Is a symbol?
Yeah.
The symbol that, it's like a tunnel that leads down. You see a symbol that probably leads down toward 9. Since 300 yards would be 900 feet.
Right, 900 feet. Not happening. Okay, gotcha.
Did you try to see if you could sprint through an army
No!
of undead?
Not sprint.
No!
So I always talk about how this class can cast as many spells as it can with a lot of danger.
Theoretically, yes.
Jade, are you about to die in the first
I was
session?
balanced. So I have one of my signal spells is a 60-foot misty step, and I want to see how many of those I needed. 15.
No!
15
It would be just Unga coming down and being like, nope. And just seeing you die.
I need backup. I can't do this alone.
Okay, you leave.
Yeah, I know. I have to.
The way is blocked by a forest guardian.
Oh! Hi! I undid your seal! I'm so sorry. Can you understand me?
Not only can I not understand you, but I want nothing to do with you.
It's speaking common.
Okay, so I can understand you. I have no interest in talking to you.
I
I want
would
nothing to do with you.
to have no views.
I ready to.
with my dark vision, am I able to see the undead behind her?
There is an angle that you can't quite see it.
Okay. So I see her running up, asking for help. I go to run and hide, but nearby.
Okay. You hear a great commotion, like the flowing of water upstream, as there seems to be this coming up under them. You are now seeing what seems to be ghosts, straight up ghosts coming up towards you. Now, I don't want to say what Unga knows and doesn't know, but I don't know if Unga knows whether or not Kumquat's going to work on ghosts. So...
Unga probably thinks Kumquat does work on ghosts.
Okay, totally fair. Maybe Kumquat will. But there does seem to be enough that would cause a sound like rushing water of spirits coming up. As you, are you running past?
I'm just going. I'm basically just. I'm essentially running up to. I think I undid your seal or your creator seals. I apologize. I need help.
So as far as N knows, I am done. I am out of the doorway. I am gone, but I am still nearby.
No, and it's just running. Wait! I apologize. And it's trying to be cordial about it for some fucking reason. Wait! Here. I can help you in your purpose. Fucking doesn't know that this is actually a person. He just thinks this is a construct.
The thing, yeah.
Yeah, just a thing. Just wait, and it uses shared thought and projects everything N saw in that room into your brain.
You can do that?
Yes. You pick a creature in range and send them a telepathic message of 25 words or a single visual image. Consistently, a slideshow of this is what I saw, this is what I saw, this is what I saw, this is what I saw.
Something has entered your mind.
Yes.
Ooh.
It's just a PowerPoint. It's just, hello, my name is N, and I just witnessed this.
Standing at the top of the like the entrance into this tunnel, you then see a from this creature's shadow, a man step out and try to stab towards N, and you see this come down and you move out of the way, but there is actively something coming after you guys. Unless you guys want to run.
We have to go. Great Guardian, we have to go.
So there is a man going to stab N, and then behind that man is a skeleton army of undead.
There's more coming up.
Yeah, you know what? I think I want to run here.
I think that's you're a survivor, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, I'm...
Okay.
I've lived this long for a reason.
Yeah! You understand there are limits.
Yes.
Like one? Yeah.
Hi.
All of them?
If it was just a guy with a knife in a heartbeat, but that's not the case here.
No, their hearts don't beat. So, you guys, I imagine, just start booking it. The undead spirits come out and they kind of like see the sunlight a little bit. And they go back in, but one does say, one more corporeal. One that seems to be physical.
Oh, boy. Never goes.
As well. Says, and common, if a bit old, when the sun touches down, see you again. And goes back in. So you guys got till sunset to figure out something before an army of undead comes out. That you opened up. There's also a city nearby that you might have doomed.
Oh, yeah.
Back into that city.
Medusa.
You guys are looking at a Medusa.
Like a Gorgon or like a
Turn to stone.
Medusa?
What's the difference?
Well, a Gorgon can just be a snake person. A Medusa means I'm just...
You walk in, see a Medusa-like creature, and they go, yes? As like, it is just kind of silent as all the discussion is talking. And you are not currently rock.
Oh, is it... Okay.
Is that the captain?
Yes. Based upon the hat underneath the, which is on top of a coiffed green snake. The Maybe.
The charmer. Got it.
Ooh. Okay.
I can help you.
Hmm?
Yes. You came in here?
Got it. Sylvia would probably kind of realize that, like, the place is silent. It's a little uncomfortable. And she'd be like, hi, we have a meeting today.
Bertrand. Bring my schedule. You do not seem to be the wine merchant. You gonna lie?
Got it.
Who said those Thursday? No.
I figure like, we're gonna have this tea party here, and then there's just two people running through the door. Go,
I fucked up so bad.
I love to imagine Unga is bounds ahead of you. like he's hopping and you're like,
I have to teleport to keep up.
Oh yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah. It's like Uga's just bounding. Just wait up.
I'm not even looking back to see if you're still behind me.
Like,
I just
good
did a
luck.
barbarian.
oh, you also don't know where the city is.
I'm falling over.
Yeah.
Black guy fading away.
So what are you guys doing? Back over at the orifice.
Show me a look at you and see if you need backup here.
Yeah. I think Sylvia's like, I didn't think I'd get this far kind of bullshit. Like, she like knew she'd get in, but she didn't think she'd be like right
Get in?
there.
Yeah.
Like, so she'd be like, what do you mean? I should be on there. I'm
You're the wine merchant?
not, but I did. I talked to your mate a couple weeks back.
Very well. You're here now. What is it that you need?
Frame.
One of them actually, Captain. Apologies. Let me introduce. This is Sylvia, the bounty hunter. Ah! That's why I didn't think you were a wine merchant. Yes, of course. Why are you here? I have no bounty out on any, aasimars.
I was coming because I caught wind of one.
Oh,
I heard throughout town something's coming.
oh. What is coming?
All I heard was that bounties were going to start going up soon, and your gang was first on the list, and I wanted to come deliver a warning. Oh my god, I love sound effects.
She looks over at a few rings. I'm sure that Pedro would love to hear that my bounty might surpass his soon. Thank you. You're welcome to dine with us for lunch. There seems to be, it is quite an elegant spread.
Mm-hmm.
It is a lot of fish, but it's a lot of fruits. There is, on this, there is, a dire boar, which is a boar if it could get 5 feet wide. So, yeah. You're welcome to dine with us.
I wouldn't want to impose.
Not at all. We are merely discussing various ventures that go forward. As they all begin to talk, you do, I imagine, hear a little bit of table talk from them. They are discussing about what to do with an uninvited pirate group that seems to have muscled their way in,
Okay.
called the Blasts. While Pietro is a more of a famous pirate, Brighton Blast is infamous. Brighton Blast is A-okay with slavery. Brighton Blast has recently... it is questionable what role he had in burning down a library in Nernigal, and potentially leading to a civil war in March. The Coronian Empire hates him. He's stolen one of their ships. He's got gunpowder cannons, which is incredibly, like, only him and the Coronian Empire have gunpowder cannons. Which Arcane's fine, but gunpowder reaches 2,000 feet, and Arcane can't do that. So they can fire faster, harder, and longer. There is currently a 500,000 gold piece bounty put on him from a composite of nations. He, it's Tales of Killing a Kraken. He, as far as everyone's aware, he kind of just sucks as a person. That's like part of his like his personality
That's
sucks.
his MO.
Yeah,
What's his name again?
Brighton Blast.
BB.
Use his Captain Kidd.
But they're discussing him, and that piece of information, based upon what you know from Commodore Galley, she would not want to be blindsided by, hey, Blast is here, by the way.
Yeah, fun fact.
Also, he's one of those people like, why is he here? We're trying to kind of start a nation here. Why is he here? Last month, he did a lot of things. I can keep talking about him for a bit, but that's him in a nutshell.
So we're just at this elegant dinner together, basically, listening in. What a group.
I get the imagine like image that like Cho is seated in a chair meant for like a giant orc, and she's just like her hands are folded one over the other in heavy ass armor. And she's like constantly side eyeing you like a nervous dog. Like, what are you doing here?
Do you eat?
What are they offering?
There is dire boar with tomato chutney. There is a series of very elegant pufferfish dishes. There seems to be eel. There is live octopus. That probably is something you know you should not eat given your condition.
Yes,
But the other things, there is quite a bit of mango going around here. There's lots of fresh fruits that's based upon this island, probably fresh from the island.
I'll have like a vegetarian special, I guess.
You're not going to eat the meat at all? It's really good looking.
Oh, dude.
There's fish.
Yeah.
You've never had dire boar.
She will have a small side bowl of the dire boar, cooked well done. So it's not turbo raw. And then she'll have the vegetarian special, like for the main dish.
It is very similar to, what's it called? Like the back hide of a pig.
Okay.
It's got that very rump roast, flavor taste to it.
Okay.
Mm.
She very carefully eats it,
It's really good.
controls her reaction, and then proceeds, like, between every single, like...
Sylvia's like, bitch, don't do this. Don't mess us up.
She's
watching you.
She's polite. She eats one piece of the boar, and then she proceeds to focus hard on the fruit. And then every now and then she'll just take another nibble, put the boar down, back to the fruit. She's doing fine.
Alright.
She's there's nothing wrong. Unlike
Sylvia's
most,
still watching.
she's just crunching on fruit. Yummy. Listen to that apple skin crunch. Calm.
You're in control for the time being.
We're good. Yeah, we're good. We got a 10 on the wisdom. We're just...
What do you mean you have a 10 on wisdom?
I made wisdom save to see if she
Oh, okay.
borderline
Like-
raw meat.
You have cleric levels. How do you have a 10 in wisdom? Like, no. But no, you have more than a 10.
Yeah, I have a 12.
Sure.
Well, I meant like I rolled a wisdom save to see if
Yes.
she would make a bad
Yes.
choice of like, let me get raw fucking meat, or no, I need a little bit of meat, but mostly food.
Okay.
We're fine. She's eating normally, aside from the giant fucking chomper. She could just be a normal
You guys
person.
might have one or two more places that you guys can vamonos and go check out. Who you guys going to go to?
Get my list out. The divers.
The divers? You're aware the divers. And anybody who's aware of the divers knows what the divers love to do.
What do they love to do?
Gamble.
Fuck.
No.
I was hoping they'd go underwater.
Yeah,
they do.
Who loves to
Oh.
gamble
But-
here?
Not when they're here.
Okay, that's fair.
They are in the Golden Pearl, which is a casino. And you walk in there, and they are very easily be able to find because the entirety of the divers are all undead skeletons.
What do you mean?
They specialize in diving.
Is it diving or is it just walking along the bottom of the ocean to get where they gotta go?
You've never encountered them, and you don't know.
I'm gonna picture they like walking.
Okay, you can pick whatever they want. It's a horrifying crew. But
Would I be welcomed there?
everybody's welcome to the casino who wants to spend some money. Absolutely spend some money. Yeah, they don't shut people out of the casino. You take your weapons and you guys leave. Going to the casino, it's very easy to find a skeleton gambling. Because it's like regular people and then a skeleton.
Yeah.
You manage to, on one of the first couple of tables, there is a skeleton. One of the bones in the arm has been replaced with like bamboo and like wound in there. With like a hand they come in there. They've got like a variety of different kind of teeth. Some of them are golden. As they are playing essentially poker or whatever game they're playing right here, and they are gambling. What do you do?
Sylvia probably kind of, once again, assesses the room, kind of sees. She probably banks where each skeleton is. You know, obviously easily finds who's in charge.
Who's in charge here is at this point.
So it's just shiny teeth right now?
There are a few skeletons around if you look for them, but there isn't one that seems to be like, I'm the head honcho here. But you do feel like there are some skeletons that have
Like a notoriety to them? Like, kind of like a...
some of them have more bones than others. They've added on, like one of them has like a third arm that they've kind of just like put in, and that's holding like more cards for them. Like they've kind of just like body stitched themselves a little bit.
Okay.
But they're wearing like an amount of clothes. Yeah. They have they've got swords and stuff. Everybody here is armed, as are you two.
I'd
Yeah,
probably
that's
check
funny.
in with you, because I'm just dragging you around everywhere.
She's gonna have to keep going.
Okay. Because I know you're obviously searching for somebody.
Yeah, I mean,
Have you come up with anything while I've been preoccupied?
no. The first bar didn't have a bounty bolt reel. The second one, we were sitting at a table. And this third one is full of skeletons.
Well, there's like people here. It's mostly people,
Okay.
and but there are a few skeletons that seem to be gambling heavily.
Is there a necromancer with a gambling problem in this place?
Hi, my name's Jade.
It's unclear how they exactly got here.
They're just here.
They're just here gambling their money away.
Okay.
It's a little bit of an unknown.
Can they talk?
I would assume so.
I mean, it's kind of hard to gamble if you can't talk.
Yes.
Sign language.
There are a lot of pirates who do speak sign language, but like,
I've learned a fun fact. Well, where is the bounty board in this place? Do you have...
there's a bounty board.
So the bounty board, probably closest to the bar.
To the bar. Looks like a bar, and she will stand up. Before she walks in, she pauses and goes, do you need help walking your way into something again? Or should I part from you so you're not being stared at?
People who are mostly intently on their games.
Okay.
I think I can do the talking. Obviously, if you hear like screaming, turn around.
If I guess meeting one to be concerned.
Yeah. That's all I asked for.
Okay, I will be at the bar or bounty board then, and I will not leave without you.
You could totally ask the bartender if he's heard anything about your half elf.
Will he need anything in return for that?
He might ask for a little bit of a heftier tip.
That's fine. What do you give here? Copper? Silver? Gold?
Gold.
Some places are different, but at the Golden Pearl, it's in the name.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Gold.
Alrighty then. I will be chatting with the bartender then. And she will walk over to the bar.
Okay.
You walk your long self over to the bar. And Sylvia, what are you doing?
Sylvia probably kind of like orders herself a drink and kind of like inserts herself into the closest game with a skeleton.
Okay. You begin playing with them. I realize I've given you guys money, but I haven't, like, you've been, like, buying stuff, but I haven't, like, been deducting anything. I'm just kind of like, we'll get to it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jess is totally fine.
I didn't question anything.
Yeah,
I was like, alright.
Well, I should probably do that. You start gambling away a little bit.
Minus 10,000 gold.
Literally.
Give me a d20 roll.
How many die did you just roll?
Do I only roll once?
Just one.
It's his business, not yours.
House always wins in gambling. Never forget it.
Just one. What'd you get?
16.
16. You have a decent hand.
Okay.
That's good.
You feel like you could press your luck further in this. You have put up already 3 gold for this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you continue pressing?
I'll throw 3 more.
3 more? Throw up 3 more. And as the final card comes down, the skeleton, in fact, wins this hand. And you lose your 6 gold as he takes it in.
Wait, where does he put it?
Oh, he's just putting, like, the chips, he's just putting...
In front of him?
In front of like they don't even, no, they don't use chips. They just use gold themselves. They bring that in, and he's got a little table there. And he's kind of like flicking, and he's flicking it through his fingers, like
Yeah.
I love to imagine that he just dragged it into his open chest cavity and
Well, that's what I thought.
Like the bag's
Like,
in there
no.
Much appreciated. But there's gambling that continues to happen. Are you gonna see if you can get a side bet going on here?
Okay. I'll do a side bet.
Okay. What do you if you want to, based upon what you know about the skeletons, is that they have ferocious gambling addictions. And if you invited him to a different game with different stakes that wasn't money, probably take it.
Okay. I pull out one of my daggers from my boot.
Mm-hmm.
Gold encrusted,
Mm-hmm.
you know, sapphires.
Mm-hmm.
Very sharp. And I just slide it close to him.
You trying to stab me?
I... Not looking at you. What are you doing? I got this out of one of my last bounties. It's enchanted.
Sure.
Sure.
You could lie.
Yeah, I'll
It's
lie.
not, but you can lie about it.
Yeah,
Why
that's
not?
fine. Why not? He's a skeleton.
Yeah.
He got no brain.
He doesn't have any brain.
Yeah, he's got no
Human gets racism, he just did.
It's fine. I can see.
He's not a racist. He doesn't have any brains.
He's just bone.
Yeah.
Bone and cloth.
Bone cloth. There are a few pieces that were replaced with like wood or metal.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like,
That's breathtaking. I am seeking information.
the special wage. I like that. Well, I do appreciate the dagger. What information are you trying to glean? What do I have to give up? What am I gambling?
I take you all chatter.
We do.
I'm seeking information regarding anything about the blast coming into town.
In order to sweep the pot a bit here, I'll let you know. I do indeed know quite a bit about that.
Mm.
But as much as your dagger is indeed interesting to me, I think for this level I need something more than a dagger. I want you walked in with a person over there. He points over to Cho, who's currently chatting with Bar.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry.
I want one of their canines.
What the fuck?
It looks cool.
What the fuck? It's my teeth first.
Yeah.
It's
It's gonna be one of his teeth.
You'll just have two of them.
Go discuss. Anxiously await you.
Okay. Sylvia kind of steps away.
Mm-hmm.
Slides herself right next to you. She's
Sure,
like,
you were talking to the bartender like, oh, so you're new here. So anybody can put out a bounty.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty easy to do. You print off as many, make as many flyers as you want. You put a number onto it, boost who they are, any information you want to give, and the cost. I will let you know if it's anything below 400. If they're not in here, they're not going to get cut. Nobody's going to look after them.
400 gold?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's basically the minimum. Do you have any idea where this person might be?
I know the town they originated from, and I know their adoptive mother's name,
Mm-hmm.
if that helps.
No, what's the originating town?
One more time?
What's the originating town?
What was the originating town? I don't think it was
I don't
ever
think we
said.
knew.
I used to, like, when Disney stepped into the door flanked by his two gamers, I imagine those doors open. What did the town look like? And the couple times she's opened the door, what did the town look like?
It was a town.
Yeah.
It did not smell of sea salt.
Okay.
It, but other than that, it seemed...
Was it like, was there a lot of trees in the background? Was it more like a plain,
Make
a
a perception
desert,
check.
a ton of perception check? I'm gonna fucking die. Where did, am I done?
On your right.
Checks always D20.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so that is 19.
So you might have seen it as when you were coming into port.
Mm-hmm.
But you saw a mountain in the background.
Okay.
Notably, that mountain in the background, you saw it this morning. But the mountain you saw this morning is tilted. This mountain is straight up and down.
I know the town has a tilted mountain in it.
That town, like this town, has a tilted mountain.
This town.
This town has a tilted mountain called Mount Kilter.
Okay. But in the dream it was straight up and down.
Yeah, dream.
Okay.
Normal looking mountain.
I know that the town in question does not see a tilted mountain, but they have a straight mountain, and it is not near the coast. Do you happen to have a map
Of the city?
of the continent?
You'd have to go somewhere else. There's the map makers down towards the docks. I'm a bartender.
That's fair.
And at this point, Sylvia, you do walk up.
Alright.
I'm so glad that I caught you in the middle of a massive bite of food.
I have the whole area.
I
girl.
I thought at this point we would be doing combat. I thought we would be getting something further.
Oh, you're good. Dude, roleplay sessions, they happen often.
Mm-hmm.
We're really getting into it.
Good.
It loses character next time. Okay.
Ow! I tried to stab you. You died.
How?
Oh, easy.
Jade dies.
I'll try to do roleplay spells. And die from that. Okay, no.
Alright, okay. As we've already confirmed, the first thing to happen to a named character was they killed themselves in this campaign.
Yeah.
When that was Baby Dismas. So, you know.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Is he resting in peace anymore, though?
I think he's very awake.
Oh, why's that? The stare you have! Anywho's.
So, Sylvia kind of saddles up right next to you. She can tell you're kind of floundering through this a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you're seeking the town, right? For whatever this bounty is. I was washing the dish.
Yeah.
Okay. She'd be like, hey, we'll come back to you, bartender.
Alright.
We'll order around. Because I got a deal that I gotta make with you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh?
How attached are you to your teeth? Hypothetically.
Well?
Like, do you need both canines, or... I think you'd look
I
cooler with one.
What are you doing?
No, I'm good.
So here's the drama.
Oh, good.
So that skeleton, 2 tables away from us,
Waves.
is requiring a canine from you in turn of information that I am seeking. Now, however, I'm aware that you're not getting anything out of this.
He's not trading. This is gambling. So you might be able to keep this, you know.
Yeah, hypothetically, I could win, and you keep your tooth. But I could also lose, and lose my dagger and your tooth. However, I'm realizing that the chances of you might not get anything out of this. So I will continue on with you, and I will help you find this person that you are seeking. This is my job. For free. As long as along the way, you help me out a little bit. Right now, it's just the canine.
So
Possibly.
I love the idea of Cho flashing back in their mind, back to them leaving the monastery and being like, yeah, it's okay, I'm with Ilmater, I'll never sell my body. And then as soon as you
Hey, queen. Hey, Bessie.
And
Hey,
then
Bessie.
the
You know
sad-
the tooth fairy?
I met that baker. So all the expressions that I was doing, Joe was kind of doing, but it's on like a hyena face.
Yeah, love. Pop off.
She kind of paused a second and goes, "What? What?
Do you want me to repeat it?
No, I'm just so to make sure I am understanding. You want to bargain both your dagger
Mm-hmm.
and one of my teeth
Mm.
to a skeleton
Yeah.
that might know something about the bounty you are chasing.
No, he definitely knows something. I'm not unsure of that. I'm just unsure if I'll be able to keep our tooth and our dagger together.
And this
Now it's our tooth.
Hours. So we're suffering together.
So, and this skeleton is part of the people that own this establishment, yes?
Correct.
So could he not just rig it in his favor?
Fair point. So we just have to rig it in ours.
How? I don't even know what game you're playing. How do you rig it in your favor?
Okay, are we playing?
So, I typically run games such as this as skill checks versus each other. Now, you are very good at skills.
You're giving me anxiety, though.
Also, the skeleton's been gambling for whoever knows how long.
Yeah.
These are, like, the divers have been around since before you were born. And you're an elf.
Lord.
True.
So, they've been gambling for forever. Nicely said. That was honestly like a solid
I've been
8 out of
holding
10.
them back for the whole night.
I'm glad that you're getting
Solid
that.
8 out of 10.
That's how we avoided
You
stomach.
shouldn't be.
Yeah, no, you avoided
They're
stomach.
so gross. I'm so. I have.
Dude,
acid
evade the stomach. That's better.
Glad you're doing it.
It's
Also,
That's my character,
we're
yeah.
pirates here.
Yeah,
we're
that's
gonna
true.
burp. It's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel if I get drunker, I'll get better. It's like beer pong.
yeah, exactly. So,
So, hypothetically, if I get us drunk and we play this game, I think we have a higher chance of winning.
So,
Plus, if we're drunk, you won't feel it if your tooth is gone.
so we have a small problem, and it is called I am born of divine ancestry. I don't think it's a good idea to risk giving a skeleton a tooth with celestial power in it.
I can just get you a new tooth.
It's not the fact that it's not the fact that I am using it and we're giving something with that connection to me and divine power away. I don't think that's a good idea. Because look, there's a reason why he pointed at me, and she's going to point at her halo with this rather than your tooth.
the skeleton gives you a just double thumbs up. Very eager.
His back, one more hand. Another.
This one only has two hands. This one only has
Do you have
two.
anything that I could, by any chance, offer as an equivalent for your tooth then?
Why does he wish for the tooth? I could maybe find something, but I don't know what he's looking for.
The problem with that is that most questions come with prices, and I'm already having trouble with this dagger and this tooth.
Okay, she stands up from the bar, up to her full height, realizes that, lowers herself slightly, and then goes, "That's skeleton, yes? Okay, I will be back. You can come with me if you'd like. It's not, you don't know."
Sylvia would probably buy us around.
Okay.
Cool.
She's going to
Mark down 2 silver.
step her way over to the cackling Mr. Crab skeleton. And she is going to just kind of like crouch down, like, not full on swap, but pretty damn close to it, and go, "So you want my tooth?
Oh yeah.
Could I know why?"
Simple. I want it in my mouth.
So, I can't sell you a part of my body, but because it's not something.
I sold parts of my body.
Well, this is good for you, but it is not good for me.
That's how deals work.
Could we perhaps make a different deal? I have many skills.
This isn't a deal. This is a gamble. I'm not making a deal for this. I want to gamble this.
Well, then I could gamble my skills. You will be hard pressed to find a better hero in the area.
I highly doubt any skilling. Anything you have has no bearing on me.
But your friends
Are also skeletons. We are all skeletons on this crew. In case you are wondering,
I could.
it's bones all the way down, which is why I want yours. Do you understand?
I could bless your bones.
What? What did that even do?
Well,
That's not like a tangible thing. I can't hold a blessing.
you want a divine tooth, do you not?
No, I want a tooth from a freaky looking gnoll.
That's the appeal?
Hey, you got a long tooth.
You want one?
None of the other members of the crew have a tooth like yours.
You want-
I want it.
So you want a canine from me?
Yes.
Okay.
This is not that complicated.
Sylvia already drank both of the beers.
Okay, I'm thinking for a second.
This is like, he thinks it would be cool to have, and he's willing to gamble political information.
A question about gnoll anatomy. Do they have like a baby tooth stage where they lose
You
the
used
teeth?
to. Yeah. You're past it. You're an adult.
Even your tooth.
You're the equivalent.
What if I gave him a baby tooth of mine?
You don't have your baby tooth around.
Fuck.
Would you just carry it?
I'd like to gamble my greater rune for drip.
I mean, I feel like I don't know what they do with it.
Really?
I don't know. Oh, you know what we could
He
do?
doesn't seem
Hold
to.
on. Wait,
you could insight check him if you want to see if he's going to do anything weird necromancy with it. But he seems, and from me at glance, to think that it would be cool to have your tooth in their mouth.
She's gonna part for a second and go to Sylvia. Are you two going to talk strategy?
Never.
Okay. He wants one of my teeth,
Correct.
but I don't think he's ever held a nose tooth.
He can see your mouth.
Do you happen to know anyone good at illusion magic, or are you good enough to paint to make it look like my tooth is gone? Because if we find someone that can do a little bit of sorcery, we can make it look like my tooth is gone, and we can hand him a tooth from a cadaver of a shark or a carved piece of wood, and he would not know difference.
These are all really great ideas. You know, I don't know magic. I'm not really trying to gamble illusion magic.
What if we find mage to come with us?
We could. Do you really want to be responsible for another body?
Yes. Always.
Always.
I forgot to say this. I worship a mother. Everyone's someone I can take care of. And I always will.
Yeah, we could try that. But if we don't find it,
I do not
heavy consideration on your canine.
I do not
I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Jonesy.
Jonesy. She will try to shake Jonesy's hand.
Yeah?
And she's trying not to crush it. She's being as gentle as possible.
He rattles.
Jonesy, are your bones loose?
I replace them every now and then, yeah.
These are not yours?
They're mine now.
It's interesting to meet you, Jonesy.
Are your clothes yours?
My skin is mine.
My bones are mine.
Were you born with them?
I don't remember.
I was gonna say.
No. I've replaced as time's gone on.
Oh. Is anything on you your own anymore?
These are all my own.
Well, now they are. But
Well,
what
yeah.
do you...
Be honest with him. I don't think he remembers where they came from.
I am not accustomed to talking to skeletons.
Most skeletons don't talk. You've never talked to a skeleton before. You might have talked to the divers before,
Probably.
but you haven't.
Is this...
Maybe.
Who knows? Who the fuck knows anymore?
You did say something about the divers earlier.
I'm
That
used to
sounded
hearing
business.
the injured and ill. I'm not used to talking to a rattling skeleton who owns many bones.
I know.
Is this common?
Yeah.
This tomfoolery is common?
Yeah. We've only known one. We have a whole casino.
Are there other skeletons of other species, or is it just...
We're just looking at.
I've incorporated many species.
Yeah.
This is
We're
like-
getting the jack of all trades here.
This one's sort of whale. And it just like shows off a rib bone.
Isn't that uncomfortable? So big.
I feel no pain.
Oh.
I'm undead. We feel no pain. I am beyond the discomforts. I am beyond most comforts as well, except for those of the mind. Gambling. I cannot eat or drink, but I can acquire new teeth. So I want yours.
She's like... It's quite common that most of her expressions involve showing her teeth. She's being very purposeful in keeping her muzzle... There are no teeth to be seen.
I will say, in terms of pirates going, he's being very honest. He seems to be a very honest pirate.
Yeah, he's fine with it.
And from a very evil-looking creature.
Yeah.
He just wants your teeth.
So now trying to talk without showing too much of teeth, she's like, we will return to you after some consideration.
I prefer your teeth. If you would prefer to give me a finger or a toe, I want teeth more than a toe.
We'll come back to you in some time.
Alright. He sighs like he has oxygen in his lungs.
And then...
You guys are running out of time now. The meeting with the captain is at sunset.
Fuck!
So you guys could go somewhere else, or you guys could go and try and procure an illusionist.
Speaking of time,
Yeah.
we are almost out.
We are.
Yeah, it is.
Look, I'm getting there. We're gonna cut away from you guys. You guys, I imagine, might whisper to yourselves what you guys are gonna do. Unga and what are you guys doing?
I'm consistently giving myself 10 feet movement speed with a bonus action and dash with an action. Just to keep up with this one. Yep.
I am running
You don't have any stuff.
to safety.
Mhm.
I currently have. You know what? You don't know what's on my mind unless
No.
you stop me and talk to me.
I don't. I'm just following you.
I'm running.
Okay.
Wait, go to the team. Wait.
Come on.
I turn around.
Do you think you're
What
confident
did you just
thinking that you
do?
took one of my teeth?
I
can wear my helmet. And
Probably get away with it.
I can make a crunching
I-
sound.
Answer.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Sorry, wrong voice. Alrighty. So, gonna be real with you. That wasn't supposed to happen. But what I did do was we- this island's gonna be a lot more populated. No.
No, it's not.
No.
In 24 hours, it's gonna be less populated.
For the moment, for the next until sunset, this place is gonna be a lot more populated. It's gonna be
How did you get in there in the first place?
math.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. So as you can
I don't
understand,
care what it is.
okay.
Can you do it again?
Yeah,
So technically it's not you.
Okay.
but the issue, there's a lot, and what I need from there, at the very, very minimum, to lock it back up.
An injury occurs.
There's
we'll heal people.
a lot of ghosties and a lot of bodies between us and there.
And then
And-
if we get a
And you do not know how to lock it back up.
And I don't actually know.
You dissolved the door.
Yeah, I don't know how to
This isn't like locking the door. The door is gone. Yeah.
You know, some people call me stupid. I've never done that.
Okay.
No.
And I can give you
That's fair.
more
But-
blessings to increase your chances of
At the very least, this island's like populated, right?
What bar do you
What's
want
that?
At least this island's just like you, me, and a few. And I'm sorry for the animals, but it's just you and me here, right? Like you're a guardian. Like they probably made you to keep watch over that guy.
Guardian made me.
For another no.
What?
What?
A tabaxi
What do you think I'm here to do?
I thought you were like keeping watch over that place.
Keeping a watch. I was just there.
Ask him.
Did we see where he went?
So here's the funny bit. I thought you were like keeping watch and like keeping that place protected.
It would be easy to find him.
No.
All right, cool. Hi, my name's
I was
We are
hunting
just running out
for.
of time.
Oh,
The bugbears.
So you're local.
You can say that.
Right, okay, cool. My name's Ed.
Must be nearby. And they love.
Oh, my apologies. I shouldn't assume greetings and ways of.
No, people do that. I'm just not doing that to you.
So
That's fair.
what do you have?
I did just,
I'm just so mean. This is why Unga lives alone. Actually,
Daggers are
I
better.
do want to treat
She, like, looked
Anne
at
and
her
Unga with the
herself
same amount of respect that we
for a second.
treated.
And then she's
Jess.
Huh?
I do want to treat Anne and Unga with the same amount of respect that we treated Cho and Sylvia. So, as much as I do love you guys, strategizing, that might be something that we do in the text thread later. Because I also like to listen to that. So, what are you two doing?
So like first things first. This island's like deserted, right? Like that was an abandoned place. Like I'm sure you're here for a good reason, but
No, there are people here. I choose not to be around them.
oh, it's like a tribe of people. A life's a life, and his life is valuable. But how many we're talking?
I don't know. A lot.
A lot. A lot.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
City's that way.
City? City?
That way.
Oh,
You
I'm so tired.
are not going anywhere, though, until you fix that.
So here's the thing, we need help. I can't fix that. I can't.
Who can?
Do you think anyone in that city is like really good with that?
I don't know that.
That's fair. You wanna come with me?
No.
That's fair.
Phoebe,
You
shut
are
down. So
so
depressing.
hard to get out of the quest. I've been talking with Jesse for so long, trying to get his character a hook into the quest, and he was like, "No, I've achieved Nirvana." No.
I am the next Buddha of the frog people. You don't get it.
There is a hook here, and I think I'm finagling my way into it.
Okay.
Or at least,
Okay.
can you name?
Unga.
Go to me, Unga. I sincerely mean that. Sorry for thinking you were some construct created by a magical city a long time ago.
You don't understand any of those words.
I just imagine you nodding. You're like, yeah,
But,
got it.
I'm just looking at her trying to understand
but yeah, no.
when she's gonna realize that I don't understand what she's saying.
Oh, she's gonna realize. I need no whiz.
Those are whiz.
No, honestly, it's good. I'm just playing it. I'm just
Yeah,
playing it up.
okay.
You get wisdom.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just playing it up. Sorry. But yeah, no, seriously. We need help. We need lots of help.
And how do you plan on getting that help?
Talking to people, like I usually do. Not something I like. Fair. Oh, okay.
The microphone can't hear the glance that Unga just gave, and
But can you take me to the city, please? We need help. And I'm probably gonna be responsible for a lot of death.
I will take you to the city borders. I'm not going in with you.
Alright. But just entertain me for a second. You survived out here for a long time. You know this place.
Yes?
Ins, outs, roots, trees, crags, valleys, every which way.
Yes.
So I want to say that if maybe, and you being survive, maybe I have a better chance to survive in those walls when the floodgates open.
Well, the city doesn't have no walls.
Oh, the very least.
There are no walls in that city.
The very least will go on
I'm letting Unga knows the city has no walls.
I think they're walls.
I will help you survive as long as it means that you help me get into those ruins.
Deal. Happily. We can explore it together.
Yeah, I guess.
Bet! Oh, I've made a friend.
No.
I'm learning how to make a
You're acquainted.
And at that point, as you two begin your trek towards the city, and you two begin your trek towards where are you guys headed?
Do you want like our full plan?
Sure.
Or the way that I wrote it out?
I want the way you wrote it out. I want
Alright,
that
plan.
nonsense.
Find bugbear. Start fight. Steal their tooth.
Uh-huh.
Gamble that tooth that I collect and then win.
Okay. Okay. As you guys are looking for some bugbear to mutilate,
We saw one when we were walking
You
through
did
the
see
town.
when we were walking in.
there are bugbears here.
Yeah.
There are bugbears here. As you guys are walking, you guys do pass as you guys are creating this plan of, by the way, this is not in the Book of Ill Matter. This is not. This is taking pain from someone else for your own
It's my
selfish
plan.
gains.
She's made it very
So
clear,
it's
like,
my
I'm
plan.
not participating in it.
Yeah,
I
I said
am
the words.
gonna heal whoever gets hurt from
And
whatever
I'm
happens.
inflicting-
I'm just saying you worship the god of self-sacrifice.
Yep.
And this is not self-sacrifice. This is sacrificing someone else. This is against everything he stands for.
But if I said the plan,
Yeah. No.
you're not technically.
Illmatter might be upset at you, but you don't worship him.
So in your standpoint, fuck him.
Yeah, you're a bounty hunter. You don't give a crap.
the way that I understood it was like, don't sell your body, and
Oh,
This
yeah,
way-
that's just generally good advice.
oh,
Like,
I thought that was
That's
like do not give up your holy body unto those who have not.
yeah, just that's decent advice.
Okay, okay. Then I will ask you some questions later, mostly about how valuable aasimar parts
Oh,
are.
incredibly.
Yeah. Okay.
We can rethink our plan.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later about it.
If you were to be enslaved, you'd be a high value target.
That's what we need to.
Okay.
That's why.
But as you guys are walking along, and I think you're explaining, like, hey, not super cool with mugging some guy.
Sylvia's like, come on.
And Sylvia's like,
Give it a shot.
don't be weak. Like,
Don't you were there.
Don't be a sissy.
you guys do pass, there's a number of, like, flyers and stuff around, and you do see, there's, the camera sees, rather, wanted beast of Bagger's Dash, and there's a picture of a creature that looks a lot like Unga. And there's like a warning sign underneath it, like, don't go into jungle.
Do not encounter.
What's the bounty?
What's the bounty?
Yeah.
Bounty.
Is he on the scoreboard?
The bounty, it says, bring to Governor Natali.
Huh.
That's
Alive.
interesting.
Oh. You're a good
And
gambling
that's where we're gonna wrap it up for tonight.
you, Unga.
Everyone is
Okay.
alive.
Well
specifically.
done.
Huh.
point. Interesting.
The lizard and who?
Well, this was
Yeah.
a great first session.
And 500 gold pieces.
500.
Alive.
Wasn't the other guy 100,000?
Oh, yeah, that was a pirate captain who is famous in this age. You are a cryptid.
Imagine.
Okay.
Would you pay
There's
500
places
some off, man?
to go.
I might.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
And also, the Beast of Bagger's Dash.
Bagger Dash.
Oh, yeah.
The Beast of
I
Bagger
love
Dash
that.
is Tower
That's
Dash.
beautiful, dude.
They're not real.
That's good.
Don't be a silly.
When are we meeting up next?
It's usually every other Monday, right?
I'm still free.
Let me go ahead and double check. So the 29th?
Okay.
Can we?
Yeah, that was
I don't get out of BHSN
yeah.
until 6.
Yeah.
So I will get here.
Should
Okay.
we do it a different day?
It's going to take you an hour to get here.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Should we do it 3 Mondays from now?
Well, it's still going to be an hour to get here.
Yeah.
What days?
How does Wednesdays for you guys?
Free for me.
Wednesdays. I'd prefer Mondays,
also
but I
at
guess I could
6.
do Wednesdays.
Okay.
Thursdays I'm out at 5.
What if we nudge sessions start back an hour? So like 7 o'clock or 7:30.
And then Fridays I'm out at
We
8.
can wrap this up without the recording. Have a lovely night.